All right.
I was going to talk to you about something. The Steakhouse at the Seminole Casino.
Yeah.
I ate there a couple of weeks ago. It is really good.
Huh. Now, how come you never mentioned Christine Lee's?
I
got this fax yesterday from Brian Ling, who says he's not Chinese. Maybe he's a panda bear.
Yeah.
Remember Ling Ling?
Yes.
Christine
Lee's is great. I don't eat a lot of steak there.
He says you and Jimmy the Greek used to come in at least twice a week over the years. Says Hank still goes there but never mentions it.
I go there a lot.
Yeah. So why don't you ever mention it?
I don't know.
Damn it.
It's good. I like it.
And by the way, now did you hear the outcome on Ruth's Chris?
Yeah.
We're both wrong.
Well, I'm sticking my story.
There's no ifs, buts, or ands. It's right from their website. If you're going to be that much of a hard ass to deny, like the people at Ruth's Chris don't know where the name came from?
It didn't come from her son.
Or her husband.
You know, I don't know where the name came from. Let me just tell you what the story was, okay? Because I used to go there a lot in the 70s, okay? The place was called Chris's Steakhouse. She bought it.
Right.
She was married. She got divorced. He was,
She got divorced before she bought it.
She didn't.
Yes.
And part of the deal...
It's on the website. She got divorced long before she bought the restaurant. She bought the restaurant with her last $22,000. She mortgaged the house.
Hey, the story that they told in New Orleans in the 70s...
Well, I don't care about what
when I used to hang out... When I used to go to New Orleans, and I used to eat there a lot. Okay, and the deal was
maybe there were a bunch of liars
when
in New Orleans.
she opened it. Well, maybe it was a local rumor, but when she moved to the other place, she had to change the name because she didn't want the ex-husband to share in any of the profits. That was part of the settlement.
The deal she had when she bought Chris's Steakhouse was that as long as she kept it in the same location, she could keep the same name.
Yeah.
There was a fire; she had to move it to another location, and so she called it Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Now you think about that. Why would she, if there was a fire and she moved to another location, why would she have to change the name?
I just got through telling you because it was in the contract when she bought the restaurant. And if she kept it in the same location, she could keep the name. But if she ever moved to another location, she couldn't keep the same name.
I'm telling you, it was part of the divorce. And I know it.
You're so full of it. It's unbelievable.
I'm not full of it. I'm telling you what I was told.
It's on their website.
And I don't care what the website says. That website is wrong half the time. And I'll tell you something else.
What do you mean?
That website people in New Orleans, that was
on the Ruth Chris website.
That was the story in New Orleans when she opened up the other place.
Are you people listening to this? I think you're losing it.
Nope.
I had a good day at Woodbine, by the way, yesterday.
I'm glad of that.
Blind luck. Boy, you talk about blind luck.
Well, that's what slot machines are.
Well, of course they are, but it's all timing, man. It's whatever luck timing.
That's right.
You walk in, and there's one machine open there that always kills me, and I sit down, I got no choice, and bing, I just went nuts.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Since they said no slot machines in Dade County, they voted it down.
Right.
How can the Miccosukee ask for slot machines based on the law that what exists in...
Because the fact that the Seminoles and the especially the Seminoles are asking for this, I got that story, but the fact that they're doing this, I mean, you talk about a bunch of hypocrites. These are the people that put up almost $6 million to lie and scare the daylights out of the people of the state of Florida back in November, and now they're, monkey see, monkey do, they got it, we want it too, which they're entitled to get it. See, it's the state constitution. Whatever forms of gambling are prohibited by the state constitution,
so it doesn't go county by county?
But no, I really don't think so. I think I'm not sure, but I think with the Indians it's the state.
Okay.
So if the state allows any form of gambling anywhere in the state, I believe that legally they're going to get it.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
They ought to get it. They deserve to get Defo back. Boy, oh boy! But isn't that unbelievable? The ads that they put on the air. Oh, it's going to destroy our family tourism and the image of South Florida and the crime. It's one thing if you go into a fine restaurant and you want a good meal, but if you want all the food in the restaurant, they call you, as the Chinese say, a hazard. And that's exactly what no, right?
Yep.
I was just like Josh Cordes yesterday eating 16 steaks or whatever he had.
I heard that.
Kansas City Steak sent the food in. Boy, what a pig. But, it was good,
gosh.
he said.
Well, how many steaks are going to be delivered here today?
None. Pizzas today. We're doing pizza.
Oh, you're doing pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, this will be good.
Yeah, it will be good. Now, Steve's Pizza's still there, right? It's
the best.
That's been there a long time.
Yep. It's still great.
Yeah.
The other good place in North Miami is the one over on... well, you're right. I am having a senior moment.
Yes, you are. Mario the Baker...
Mario the Baker. Thank you very much.
So maybe it's my sharp day today because I had a winning day at Woodbine yesterday. Now, there used to be a place called in North Miami by Dixie Highway. There was a Taco Bell on one side, and on the other side there was also a Mario's or Mario the Baker, and there was like another one. A couple of great, but I don't think they're there anymore.
No, they're not. I know what you're talking about.
Changing hoods, yeah. You know
what about the place we used to get it from on 79th Street Causeway?
Papa John's?
No, the one that used to deliver to the station all the time.
Yeah, Flora's.
Flora's.
How soon we forget. I wonder if they're still open, because I know they changed management, and we had them on the air for a while. But, of course, we don't keep anybody. I heard you talking something about the sales department before, and I just wanted to start screaming. Boy, they are just... You know, this week alone, do you know how many great leads with all these food shows we're doing?
Yeah, we'll see how many orders develop.
The orders are going to start pouring in, right, as the big zero. Kansas City Steakhouse used to be a sponsor, by the way, that brought all the food yesterday. We'll see how soon they come back.
Kansas City Steakhouse, that's the place in Davie?
Yeah. I'll tell you who else I put on the map was Armadillo Cafe.
Yes, I remember.
Great place.
I was there not too long, about 2 years ago, I guess.
Right, the one over there by the Pizza Loft?
Yep. It was very good.
Good stuff.
I'll tell you another place you put on the map. Melting Pot.
That's correct. Well, there's Alan Dushewitz.
Case, and the legislature conceived...
Now our fat-ass governor, you wouldn't know because you've been on the air, but now our fat-ass governor was urging the legislature to do this and pass a law. These people will not stop. No matter what the public opinion is, no matter what the courts say, they will not stop. And they just want to stick that wherever the hell they can, you know?
Yep.
I'm tired of it. Can't handle it.
And
then our program director tried to make up for last week's aberrant behavior by him and his senior boyfriend there. He comes in this morning. Guess who they got lined up if I want a guest on the show? Talk about a senior moment. Let's twist again like we did. Chubby Checker.
Chubby Checker?
Now, just because I mentioned Chubby Checker when we did the show about who belongs in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which he's not in there, and he does belong. Can you imagine? I said, that's like, we're going to be like the Gulfstream Park of radio. Maybe we can get Gary Puckett on next, too, you know?
Ernest Evans.
What are these things? Yeah. Now, isn't that song about a minute and a half long?
The Twist?
No, the Stay by Maurice Evans. You said Maurice Williams.
No, I said Ernest Evans. That was Chubby Checker's real name.
How about Maurice Williams and Stay? That record was like a minute and 23 seconds long.
Just a little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, listen, win a lot today. We're going to have a positive attitude. I got real lucky yesterday. I had a nice big fat wad in my pocket.
I've got a 2-day remote in the Bahamas.
Like I said, knocking dead. Yeah.
Can we leave it at that?
Let's leave it right there.
Thank you.
Kick some serious ass. Say hi to Pete Rose, too, by the way, for us.
Oh, Pete.
And say hi to Ruth's Chris. See ya.
Goodbye.
Oh, what a hard ass.
Where did you learn your trade, you idiot? Whoever told you that you could work with men? What you're hired for is to help us. Does that seem clear to you? To help us. To help men who are going out there to try to earn a living. You company man. You fairy.
In the 60s, it was the Twist. In the 70s, it was disco. In the 80s, it was MTV and cocaine. In the 90s, it was success. And now the latest craze sweeping the nation is mouth breathing.
I like food. Did you see that new commercial on TV? It's good food. I like local TV news directors that are 24-year-old babes with pictures of their boyfriends on their desk. They know what hard-hitting grizzled news is.
Maybe we can do a poll on that one of these days. Where should our fat-ass governor stick that?
Cube!
Huh? What do you say? I got some ideas.
Rectum.
It's 10:08 at 560 WQAM. Happy Wednesday to you. Here's a fax already from a frog hater. Somebody obviously got good taste. It says, please put Mr. D's on Peters Road in Fort Lauderdale in there. Peters Road is not in Fort Lauderdale. Is there a part of Peters Road that could be Fort Lauderdale?
I'm not sure.
Peters Road is Plantation, Davie, and That's it, right?
I know it in Plantation, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just the extension of the same thing. I mean, just when you get down to a certain point, it's a Davy.
Okay.
Anyway, we don't really care about that. I won't get the frog hater upset. Mr. D's, you got it?
Got it.
They haven't even said what the poll is yet, but we already tipped the thing. No, we don't want Chubby Checker on the show. Thank you very much, though, Clarence. But, go away already. Now, Clarence is all right. It's just that his boyfriend is. We're doing pizza today, and I'm sure that we'll have, like, tons and tons of pies coming in there to make sure that both you... Oh, and, there used to be... Oh, geez. There used to be a place that was so good, but, again, changing neighborhoods. In Lauderhill on 441, just... is it north of Broward Boulevard? Or maybe it was between Broward and Sunrise, called Two Guys. We talked about them on the air. You remember that?
Nope.
It was an Italian joint, but mostly a pizza joint. Man, that was really, really, really good. In fact, it was like almost across from where Chuck's Steakhouse used to be, a little bit south of that, I believe. Mm-hmm. Long gone. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that eventually. And see, we found two things out. The Humper eats at Christine Lee's restaurant, Steakhouse in North Miami Beach a lot. He said he still goes there, but he don't want, for whatever reason, he don't want to talk about it. And number two, have you ever encountered somebody who just will not listen to the facts? What is wrong with him? The Ruth Chris, I mean, what do I care where the name came from? It's just, but if you're going to talk about it, at least get it right.
Hey, he's sticking to his story.
Well, stick to your story. All right, then I'll stick to my story. She had a son named Chris. She named the restaurant after Chris Evert. She was a big tennis fan. How's that? Does that sound like a good story? I just made it up. Ruth's Chris.
Listen, it was in the past.
Or maybe they misspelled the sign, and maybe she was very religious, and it was Ruth's Christ. I don't know. What do you think?
Could be.
Let's see. It says, you think Tweedledee and Your buddy Bill in Fort Lauderdale is giving a little shot there this morning on this fax. You think Tweedledee and Tweedledum can spell this selection for the poll? Mike's Pizza in Kendall. Well, Josh is working on it right now. Josh has probably got his blood sugar up to about 800 already anyway, just thinking about those carbs that are coming in. I bet you there'll be some pies coming in. Don't you think?
See, and Bill was listening earlier because that's what I was talking about.
We want a lot of pizza coming in today for Miguel and for Josh. Josh wants to clear out all that steak that'll clog up his arteries and his colon. So we need some of that good grease on the pizza. See, Cazzoli's is really outstanding. The only problem, like I always said, they need an oil change, They need to work on that
cube
a little bit. Maybe they ought to get a
applicator cube.
That would do it. At Cazzoli's. Ever have Cazzoli's?
Yep.
Very good, but the oil is just dripping from it. In fact, you have to wear practically one of those bibs when you eat there. Seriously, otherwise your shirt is just looks like you've been running 80 miles in the heat. So anyway, we'll get into that. First, Joyce Behrman. Behrman, how do you say it? Behrman?
Behrman.
B-E-H-R-M-A-N? Or is it Bearman? The picture is sure Bearman. She's on our beaded curtain. If you're over the age of 100, if you have parental permission, if you're a rational person who does not listen to Marilyn Manson music, then I'm so sick and tired of that crap, man. There are things, maybe we'll do that poll one of these days again very soon. What are you I can't handle it no more. You know what I mean? Between every time we have another one of these aberrant shootings in America, the land of guns, it's like, oh, well, he listened to Marilyn Manson, and he wore a black trench coat. He was part of the trench coat mafia, and he, the same old crap. Crazy people and kids with guns. Everywhere you look, it's guns. Guns are good. Everything else is bad and evil. Marilyn Manson's the Antichrist, but guns are good. Joyce Behrman. Anyway, she was born October 31st, 1975, which makes her almost...
About 30, man.
Not quite. She was Playboy's Cyber Girl of the Week, third week of May in 2001. And her filmography consists of Solamente Uno, WildWebGirls.com, 1999, where she plays herself. Also known as PlayboysWildWebGirls.com. So there you go. That's she's on her. She looks pretty good to me. Josh is picking out some good pictures this week. See, when George is there, he gives me all the stiffs, and he saves the good pictures for when he's on. Have you ever noticed that? No, that's true. And then, then he figures I'll look at the website and say, wow, look at all the hits we got today with George on there. That's because he's putting 800. No, he's not fooling anybody. I've been around the block a few times. I mean, if we just want to put 6,000, naked pictures on here, we can get 80 billion hits, too. I understand what that's all about. We're not interested in running some kind of perverted pornographic website, are we?
Yeah,
sure. Oh, well, sure, why not? 10:13 at 560 WQL. We got the results of yesterday's steak poll, which I noticed Kansas City Steakhouse got a lot of action there, like I predicted there in the afternoon and evening and overnight hours. Went zooming up there, and Josh sounded exhausted this morning, so he must have been working on that. Even though you deny that you even voted, right?
Right.
Can't buy him that easy with just 5 steaks. Hey, I'm sure you're familiar with Anthony Caliendo. In fact, he wants some ribs on Friday. For all you guys from Kansas City, what is it? Kansas City Steakhouse in Davie? He'd like to have some ribs on Friday, he said. You know what you said?
I hear it's already a given.
Chicken and ribs and whatever else they got. Whatever you got, he'll take it. I'm sure you're familiar with Anthony Caliendo, the main man at Acceptance Capital Mortgage. So before you call any other mortgage company, please do yourself a favor. Let the main man tell you what you don't know. Did you know that most banks only work with 3 different mortgage products? And if your credit is less than absolutely perfect, you're ready to hear the most famous, the most discouraging 2-letter word in the English language. No, that's the word. If you're not working with the right lender, chances for getting approved are only 50-50. So do yourself a humongous favor. Call right now, toll-free, 1-888-483-LOAN. That's 1-888-483-LOAN, and let the main man and his team put you into a mortgage that meets your needs. Avoid going to the wrong lender or maybe being turned down because you called the wrong number. Call the main man, Anthony Caliendo, at Acceptance Capital Mortgage today, toll-free, 1-888-483-LOAN. Be sure and tell them that chubby checker told you to call. That's 1-888-483-LOAN, and every time they close a loan, a portion is donated to kids in distress. Why call anybody else? Avoid the bait and swish. Call the main man, Anthony Caliendo, today at 1-888-483-LOAN.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
No. Yo, man, what's up with your Godfather Spoker?
Hey, Vixen the porno star.
Hey, how you doing?
What'll it be in this X-rated film? Guys or girls?
Both.
Are those breasts real or fake?
Both.
You want to have sex with Peter North or Ron Jeremy first?
Both.
Will you need $1,000 or $2,000 per scene?
Both.
Do you want cheese or meat on your pizza?
Both. I am a meat lover.
I'm in the mood for a hot slice of pie myself.
Pizza slut.
Because even sluts eat pizza.
I'm sure that. 1018. Now, back in the day we were doing those surveys on which guy is hotter, and also back in the day when they were like a little younger than they are right now. If I would ask Josh Cordes, who's the better looking guy, Peter North or Ron Jeremy, he would have said...
Peter North.
Okay. I mean, so, you know, that day that Al Goldstein brought Ron Jeremy in the building, and there were these... certain individuals in the building just hyperventilating. I just wanted to gag. It's a good thing there was no food in there that day. Well, I guess there must have been if Al was around. God. Ron Jeremy. Hey, Ron, I hope you're listening, Ronnie. You are disgusting. I mean, congratulations to you, but, man. Anyway, here's a fax that says, Neil, you are the man. Please put cassolas. See, I haven't even given yesterday's results yet. We're already moving to the pizza thing, the pie. Because why? Because we love to eat. We're a bunch of pigs, man. All we want is that magic. Don't lie to me. Most of you are just like me. You wish we had a pill that you could take before eating, and the body wouldn't absorb any of the, just enough to stay alive. That's it, like Terry Schiavo, in a permanent vegetative state. And you just wouldn't absorb the calories and the carbs and all that artery-clogging stuff, and you could just eat manja. You know what I'm saying? And like every day at about 6 p.m., take a big BM. And then that would kind of like, when in doubt, flush it out. See? Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Then you just know when to be at the right place and take care of business, and then go on with life. Be sensational. What kind of God invents this kind of garbage, huh? What kind of God invents diarrhea? Oh. Oh, by the way, Miguel was telling me that he ate at a place that's #1 on our pizza poll right now the other day, and they still haven't lost it, man. That's an extra bonus. Too bad Jeff doesn't like us anymore. You know what? He'd probably bring us some chow, Jeff Cohen. Hates us now. I think that was Skippy and Berkeley combined to do that. Although don't worry about that because Berkeley... Huh?
It was your fault.
Yeah, it's me because I'm a bastard. That's okay, Jeff. We understand. Here's one that says, Neil, you demand. Please put Casolas off US 1 in Miami on there. Casola. Got it? Says their pizza is great and huge portions. This is from Andre in Westchester. Andre the Giant, because he eats a lot of that big pizza. Antonio's in Broward, Miramar Parkway by Perry Middle School. Antonio's. Got it? Got it?
Yes.
Oh. Well, he's working feverishly on it. Because this is in the state. Now, I got to be honest with you. I don't think I ever had pizza in Tampa or in Orlando or in Tueg or in Panama City or in Pensacola, God forbid. You notice in the other stuff we did the last couple of days, there were restaurants all around the state for steakhouses and for Italian, but not Jacksonville.
Well,
no, but stop and think about that. For an area of that size, you'd think that there maybe, just maybe, there might be a good restaurant there of some kind, but evidently the answer is no.
Well, I mean, it's big, but there's nothing there.
Yeah. No, there's something there, all right. Bunch of yahoos. Oh, boy. And a bunch of dark folks that still are like, they keep trying to prevent them from voting every chance they get. The best steakhouse in Florida is 1,533 votes yesterday, not too bad. Ruth's Chris. No matter how it got the name, the result is still the same. Great meat. 346 votes for Ruth's Chris, especially the one here in the Hilton Hotel in Toronto, eh? Oh, man, it's good. Burns Steakhouse in Tampa, 226. Kansas City Steakhouse, and we thank them again for all the free food, but I'm really a little bit suspicious about this. Kansas City Steakhouse in Davie came from nowhere to third place, even surpassing Shula's. I bet you the Brainstem's not too pleased about that. Kansas City Steakhouse, 168. Shula's, 162. Outback, 114. I do love the walkabout soup at the Outback Steakhouse. You ever have that?
No.
You never did?
What is it?
They call it walkabout soup. Well, it's that, Australian thing. But it's like a cheese soup, a light cheese soup with onions in it. Like big onion.
So kind of like a French onion? Or?
No. No, like with big strips of onions in it. Oh, man, it is so good. Try that next time you go there. Next time Clarence takes you there. Or maybe Hank will take you there. Or maybe Hank will take you to Christine Lee's. Morton, 72. Smith & Walensky, 66. Capitol Grill, 55. Christie's, 40 in the Gables. The Palms, 32. New York Prime, 29, although Mo probably ain't too happy about that because they charge him there. Chuck's, 28. The Rain Dancer, 22. The Okeechobee Steakhouse and Charlie's each had 18. The Original Steakhouse, 15. McGuire's Irish Pub in Pensacola, 12. See what I mean? Pensacola, you can't get much further away from us in the state than that.
Good
and they had a dozen. What?
Good spring break. A lot of spring break parties up there.
Jackson's 11. Now that guy that called, I don't even want to go into it. Nicholson's Farmhouse, Tallahassee, 11. Del Frisco's, 10. Bernie's, 10. That's Bernie Kosar, my good, close, personal buddy. We bought the Panthers deal. We bought the Panthers. Like a child, overgrown child. And by the way, Bernie, you sucked when you played. Gaucho Rodizio, 9. Prime 112, 9. Christine Lee's, 9. Hank eats there a lot, by the way, and won't tell you about it. The Black Orchid, 7. The Butcher Shop, 6. The Parrot, 6. Las Brisas, 6. Weren't you a little bit surprised that he was such a hard ass about that Ruth Chris story this morning?
Just a little bit.
He just don't make mistakes, the humper. Vito's Chop House, 4. Gotham City, 4. Andre's... how can you go on national TV and have, a whole bunch of wrong picks, which everybody makes wrong picks, but how can you do that and say that you don't ever make mistakes, humper? Gotham City, 4. Andre's, 3. Council Oak, 3. Gregory's, 1. Barrymore's, 1. And that was it. Pretty good list. A lot of good meat. Steve's Pizza on Biscayne and 123rd is the best, says somebody here. Second best, John the Baker in Pembroke Pines. They're both on there. Oh, man, do I remember back in those days of the Godfathers, the real Godfather. We got that one in the Hess station. Maybe they'll bring us some stuff. They brought food in the station a couple of times. And maybe you won't get anything. Maybe you'll get shut out, which would be very embarrassing. I'm sure that Brad from Tony's would be delighted to bring you, always, as he always is.
Right.
Right? Good guy. Good guy and very good food. Excellent.
Yes.
Pizza Loft is kicking ass so far. Look at that. Of course, that's our crowd. We put Jeff on the map. We made him a lot of money. Then he turned on us because Berkeley's an idiot. And Skippy. Pizza Loft 54. He don't need us anymore. The Salvo's 12. Little Caesar's 12. Pizza Hut 12. Oh, wow. My insides are starting to ache. Frankie's 11. Godfather's 9. See? They realize. When the original Godfathers were around, well, how could you not like that? God, that's so good. Did you ever have it?
Yes.
Am I right?
It's great.
Oh, man. See, it's a different kind of thick pizza. It's not that Chicago style we were talking about yesterday. Mm-hmm. Like we used to have My Pie and Pizzeria Uno. They were all over town and they vanished. But in Chicago, of course, that's still number one.
Right.
But it was a different kind of thick pizza. But, boy, it was just so good. If you had a whole pie, it weighed about 16 pounds. Oh, and let me say it again. I went out and did my homework last night just to appease all you Julios out there and Miguel. I bought a pint of it's a little more than a pint here. Haagen-Dazs Dulce de Leche. I happened to see it, and I thought, I don't really want it, but I'll do some homework, some research. So I'd like to know what I'm talking about. And I'll say it again. The flavor is fine. The flavor could be just sensational, and I know that other brands make Dulce de Leche. But Haagen-Dazs, no matter what flavor you buy, when you temper it to the consistency it's supposed to be in a microwave, it's watery. It's like water.
Maybe if you have you're nuking it.
Would you listen to me? Good ice cream, no matter what you do to it, is never watery. Haagen-Dazs is watery. I rest my case. Period. So the flavor, you're right, could be really good, but don't get the Haagen-Dazs. I think even Publix brand makes Dulce de Leche. Buy some other brand.
They probably do.
That isn't 50% water. Maybe not 50%, maybe more like
about 30, man.
70%. Hey, if you're looking in the mirror and 70% of your hair is gone, or maybe like 90%, here's the answer for it. Oh, my goodness. There was a guy, the principal from Columbine High School they had on the news last night, on Aaron Brown. And, I don't want to, you can't make fun of Columbine, of course, but this principal had the worst hairpiece. He made Moe's old piece look like a fashion plate. I have never seen anything, and I can't even describe it to you. It looked like something was sitting on top of his bald head. Oh, see, you're laughing, and that's what they'll do to you when you go out and get one of them muskrats, one of those phony things that looks like it belongs on top of a mannequin. But Charles Alfieri's been helping people look their best for over 30 years.
About 30, man.
With his natural hairline system. It's the best in the business. Everybody and their brother is trying to peddle you pills and holes in your head and all kinds of BS. Forget about it. Charlie's skin-like hair system is 100% undetectable. It looks like the real thing, like real hair that's grown right out of your scalp. And you have absolutely nothing to lose because Charlie's work is completely guaranteed. The only thing you lose is that ugly bald spot. You try Charlie's system for 30 days.
About 30, man.
And after a month, if you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, if you're not getting action like all over the place, return it for a full refund. Make the call today and get you a full head of great-looking hair back. 1-800-321-2413. Tell Charlie you heard about it here on the Neil Rogers Show and get a special QAM $200 discount off the regular $800 price of that natural hairline system. 1-800-321-2413. You'll look better and younger than you ever dreamed you could again. Or check out Charlie on the wicked web at charlesalfieri.com.
Get your fix with Neil Rogers. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Howard David's a bitch.
In conjunction with Chevron Earth Moving Equipment, Massgrave Incorporated now provides roomier, deeper earth pockets, rendering obsolete the Schutzstaffen and Saddam-style trench graves. Each grave is hermetically sealed for years of denial and well hid from meddling liberals. War crimes no longer apply, and the press is well compensated to placate the barbarism. So take advantage of this exciting offer now. Only Massgrave's mass graves are wider, deeper, and fully packed with bodies. Win the hearts and minds of countries around the world. Call Massgrave Incorporated now. 1-888-THAT can't happen here.
Did you hear that last sound? I think they were putting the
Cube
back into a Terry again. No, they're not going to. The appeals court said no. 2-1, the panel said no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to stick that
Cube
back into a poor Terry. They just won't let her die, man. They won't leave her alone. And that wacko, that Reverend Pat Mahoney, I thought he's another reject from the Mr. Ego show. Oh, brother, another creation like Igor and the Monster. Anyway, we're going to have like 50,000 pizza joints on here today, which is good, get you all fat. We're all going to die someday anyway. Might as well die with a smile on our face, right? The best pizza in Florida is at Pizza Loft 58. Look at that. Heads and shoulders above the rest. No wonder they don't need us anymore, right? That's what Berkeley said. Berkeley said he hates you like poison, wishes you would die. And I said, well, guess what, Berkeley? That's what we're kind of thinking. Mario the Baker, 13. Papa 14. Look at that. Papa John's 14. It just changed again. Papa John's 14. Pizza Hut 14. Mario the Baker, 13. The Salvos has got 13. That is amazing. Frankie's 12. Little Caesar's 12. Godfather's 10. Oh, thank goodness for Hess. We're not talking about Rudolph Hess, all you Nazi bastards. Cazzoli's 8. Steve's in North Miami 7. Tony 6. Sbarro's 5. Pizza Time 5. Mike's 4. Mr. D's 4. John the Baker 3. John Diefenbaker don't have any. Casola's Pizza 2, not to be confused with Cazzoli's. Domino's has got 2 from people with really goyish taste. Wise Guys has got 2, and Antonio's don't have any yet. 194 votes already. We're going to have 80 million votes on this. See, as you noticed, the Italian restaurants, we had a huge response.
Right.
A good response, but not quite as big on the steakhouses because a lot of people, their idea of steak is like, the Roadhouse Grill. How come that didn't get on there, by the way?
Because that's horrible.
Oh. No, come on. Don't say that.
I mean, sorry.
But it's not.
That way, but
Nobody would say it's the best steakhouse in Florida. Although a couple of people have said Domino's is the best pizza in Florida, and those people obviously either work there or they're like,
or used to work there,
doing heavy drugs. I wouldn't be caught dead eating Domino's pizza. Doug says, please put on the poll Ciro's, C-I-R-O-S. Got it? Ciro's, C-I-R-O-S. The only one I've heard that has a little clown. The only one I've heard a little I thought it says, look at that. Doesn't it look like it says the little clown? I thought maybe it was the logo. It says a little down south off US 1 and Southwest 1, 100 and, what is that? What does that say?
US 1 and
Southwest 1367, what?
No, 136th Street.
Oh, I see. Doug, bad penmanship, sweetheart. Outstanding friggin' pizza. First he was writing outstanding, but then he put friggin' in there, so it must be really good if you're ever down here. I won't be. Great Italian food as well, but I know that poll was on Monday. Thanks, Neil. You're the best. You're good. What kind of writing? Marino's, not Dan, pizza on Kendall and 137th Ave.
Very good.
Is it?
Yes.
Marino's Pizza. Got it. Not to be confused, so be sure you put Marino's Pizza.
Actually, Marino's and Mike's are in the same shopping center.
Mike's?
Mm-hmm.
Is that on there?
Should be, or else Bill's going to get upset again.
It's on there.
Oh, that's right. That was Bill from Fort Lauderdale. It better be on there. He's going to come and kick your ass. Now it says, I wonder if that crazy Indian kid tapped into the firewater before he went Apache on his schoolmates. That's bad.
Indian killer.
That is really bad. But thank God he had a lot of guns, you know, because that's the American effing way right now. Everybody in their guns. No, it couldn't be the guns. It had to be the video games. It had to be Marilyn Manson. Right. Join George at Treasure Island. He's off this week, but he's got to have that money, man.
Yeah, man.
Plus, I'm sure he might be looking for something else over there, too. Join George for happy hour, 5 to 7 at Treasure Island. You going to be there, Miguel?
Yes.
Miguel will be there. Boca Brian, I bet, will be there. Tell Boca Brian, by the way, to quit putting a bunch of filthy stuff on there that we can't play.
Yes.
It's not bad enough he doesn't get paid for the stuff that we do play from the company, but, quit wasting our time with that stuff like that. Horrible thing you did, like with Mo and the Greek Man. That was bad. We won't hear that no more. We won't hear that at all. I mean, it had its moments, but way over the top, picking on poor Robert Grieper. No, seriously, if I've told Brian once, I've told him 9 times, cut the crap. He won't do it. He's just a crapmeister. Anyway, enjoy dance specials all night long at Treasure Island, located off the Palmetto, just north of the 122nd Street exit. It's Wednesday, so it must be Treasure Island Day. But the good news is Tim Russert won't be there. George and Miguel will be there, and Boca Brian, and maybe Fat Boy, too. Does he show up?
Sometimes.
Really? Wonder what he's looking for.
A check.
You must try Del Vecchio's. I remember Alex Del Vecchio, number 10 for the Red Wings. Del Vecchio's, lasagna, pizza in Weston Town Center. It says, oh my God, is what it says. D-E-L, capital V-E-C-H-I-O, apostrophe S. Del Vecchio. Got it? Good. Michelle says, I would like to nominate Amici, Friends, A-M-I-C-I. Not Don Amici, but Amici, in Pembroke Lakes on the corner of Taft and Hiatus. Really? Corner of Taft and Hiatus? I used to live there. But it must be by Publix. They have absolutely unbelievable pizza, and not to mention the best chicken wings, especially their Caribbean wings, says Michelle. Amici. Got it? Used to live right across the street there, in those villas, lakes, whatever, there by the tennis court. That's a long time ago. Thank goodness. Wynn says, I know you didn't like it when the bird took you there, but I still think Miami... Well, that's probably because it's different people now, Wynn. It used to be Little Caesars across from UM on Dixie Highway. It's now called Miami's Best Pizza. You got it?
Got it.
Miami's Best Pizza. It says they have great crust and sauce. I've never encountered the saltiness you did, and that's probably because it's not Little Caesars no more. Little Caesars in Detroit was pretty good, but for some reason, Little Caesars, that one I went in there, man, it was like they took a whole shaker of salt, and they were just... Shakey's used to be good, too, but out of business in Florida. Shakey's was very... It was different, you know? The crust had like a whole different texture to it.
The crazy bread is good, though.
At Shakey's?
At Little Caesars.
Oh. I don't go to Little Caesars, so yeah, whatever. The pizza, no, seriously, the pizza here is as bad as you'll find anywhere. It's just horrible in Toronto. The worst. Nasty. They have a chain called Pizza Pizza. You know, Little Caesars, part of their ads is always there's like a little caricature of the guy. Pizza Pizza. That's the Little Caesars thing.
Correct.
So they rip that off, and they have a chain called Pizza Pizza, and it is just to do wild puking from. It is just horrible. Almost as obnoxious as our fat-ass governor. Puerto Rican Ralph, who's really chronic, says if they were voting on Pizza Hut over Mr. D's on Peters Road, they have a problem. Mr. D's is the best in that area. He says, I get it all the time, and they get better. Yeah, that's what I hear, Ralph. You get it all the time. And Peters Road is only in Plantation. Yeah, we know. Just relax, okay? Mr. Expert. Whatever you want to know, PR Ralph, he is the expert. He's got all the answers, just like Hank. I love when Hank said, that website is wrong 50% of the time. Did you hear that? Well, what does that mean? Well, how? I don't understand. He was just so desperate to make the point. He was wild about that this morning. It was good, wasn't it?
It was hilarious.
It's your beat here in the Nick Zito. Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. Nick listens to the show. We like you, Nick, but it's boring. Nobody goes to the races. I just mentioned that in passing. Nobody cares about Chubby Checker. Nobody cares about horse racing. If we want a big audience again, if we're going to rebuild this station to the greatness that we once had, or the mediocrity we once had, we better start talking about things that somebody cares about, like food. Not about horse racing and about stuff like that. I just mentioned that in passing, okay? I don't want to start sticking my nose in anybody's business because it might smell real bad. Ronnie says, Amores in Davie. That's Amore. Remember Dean Martin? He couldn't sing a lick. A-M-O-R-E', Amores, and Davy is the best around, he says. I went to Pizza Loft last week for the first time in a while. It sucked, the food and the service, Ronnie says. I'm copying your list every day to try new places. Thank you for the pubic service. No problem, Ronnie. We're sorry you had a bad experience at the Loft, but that'll bring Jeff back to earth a little bit. Since he's just, look at the way he's slaughtering the competition here. There is no competition. Pizza Loft 59, Mario the Baker 16. I wonder if he knows Enzo the Baker.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Here, and we want to tell you something very terrific. You are always having something terrific to tell me. If you are wanting some excitement with good food and drink, you must go to the ESPN Zone, just 1 block from the Baghdad airport. It's like paradise without the virgin. No kidding. You can select from a menu of groovy burgers, sinful fries, and a bottomless mug of fermented goat milk, all in a jihad-like atmosphere that never slows down. And do not forget to tell them of all the TVs everywhere, with non-stop football games, yak wrestling, and camel humping. Camel humping? You know what you do on your own time. You should be keeping to yourself, mister. And when you're there, try the Zone Queso Goat Bladder Platter. It's a gift from Allah, to be sure. Well, that's it for me. Where are you going, Ahmed? I am going to the ESPN Zone.
10:45 at QM. We got Mo Howard David at 2. Mad Dog 4 to 6:55, because at 6:55 it's baseball at FIU with Joe Zagacki and the Beast, Joe Z and Eddie K after the baseball game. Flores is still there. How do you like that? That's the good news. Get that on there right away, please. Flores? Oh, my God. Here we are back again to, what was that one the other day? Fulio's. Remember that? Fulio.
That was a good one.
That was excellent. That may have been your all-time best. Flora. Am I not enunciating? Am I not articulating? Am I not saying it?
Not on that
Flora.
one.
How would you spell flora? As in flora and fauna?
Yeah, I got it.
Flora''S. Flora's Pizza, 79th and Biscayne. Says, still great, been there for years, says Eddie. Thank you, Eddie. I just want to know if they were still there. Because if they are, man, that's good stuff. Flora's. Excellent. Not good. It's well, if it's the same as it used to be, which I'm sure it is. They also were a sponsor for about 5 minutes. No, they were a sponsor for years at IOD. Long time. Used to bring us pizza all the time, Flora's. Now, have you guys got any pizzas yet or what?
No.
Well, why not? Why is that? I mean, we got steaks yesterday, which is so much harder to cook and transport. And by the way, how did it, I guess it came out okay, because steak doesn't travel well.
I don't know what you mean.
Huh?
Everything was just fine yesterday.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Steak is not one of those things that travels well because you cook it, and then by the time you put it in the thing and you transport it, it just doesn't. And like pasta doesn't travel well. Pizza travels great.
Worked out just fine.
Okay,
no complaints.
Don't get emotional about it now, okay? I realize it was a big feast. The price was right. It was probably made your day. You probably had a lot of time to sit and contemplate life last night on the throne. But at any rate. Pizzeria Blue in South Miami, it says, the best thin-crust pizza in South Florida. The best pizza ever anywhere, he says, at Paisano in Vienna, Austria, of all places. How do you like that? The worst ever was in Pisa, Italy. So if you want good pizza, don't go to Pisa, because you'll get peased off. Pisa, Italy. I heard it leans a little bit, you know. It's kind of lopsided. So there you go. We got Pizzeria Blue in South Miami. Got it? Good. Let's see, after losing 2 consecutive appeals in federal court, Terry Schiavo's parents vowed today to take their fight to the U.S. Supreme Court as their severely brain-damaged daughter began her 5th full day without the feeding tube that has kept her alive for more than a decade. In a 2-1 ruling earlier today, a panel of the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals in Atlanta said the parents failed to demonstrate a substantial case on the merits of any of their claims that Terry's feeding tube should be reinserted immediately. There is no denying the absolute tragedy that has befallen Mrs. Schiavo, the ruling said. We all have our own family, our own loved ones, our own children. However, we're called upon to make a collective objective decision concerning a question of law. In his dissent, Judge Charles R. Wilson said Schiavo's imminent death would end the case before it could be fully considered. In fact, I fail to see any harm in reinserting the feeding tube, he wrote. An appeal was still pending in the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals on whether Schiavo's right to due process was violated. And then, of course, if they don't get their way there, or regardless of which way that in the full court, then they'll go to the Supremes. Now, the Supreme Court's already twice refused to hear this. They don't want nothing to do with it. I just mentioned that in passing. They've left it to the states, as it should be. Not all conservatives are happy with the decision by Congress and President Bush to intervene in the Terry Schiavo case. Some leaders said yesterday the new law allowing a federal court review of the case is an example of the big government they've always opposed. Didn't I just say that yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah. You know, that website from Ruth Chris, by the way, half of the time it's wrong. What was he talking about? Speaking of pizza, I think he was a little bit cheesed off on that. Let's see. Vito's in Pompano and Coral Springs, says Bob in Fort Lauderdale. Vito's. There used to be a really great Vito's right there in North Miami Beach, right across from where the Unicorn used to be, and they're both gone. That was a sponsor of Hank's, I believe, and mine, Vito's. Remember that?
No.
Yeah, you do. 163rd Street in North Miami Beach. Right. In fact, you're right, kitty corner Krispy Kreme donuts. You know the original Krispy Kreme there?
Yes.
And where the ham and eggeries right next door to it?
Uh-huh.
Well, right around the corner used to be Vito's on the other across the street, and Unicorn was down the street.
Okay.
And they're both gone. Changing hoods for the pool. Here's the facts that I haven't even taken any calls on this yet. We'll have 1,000 pizza joints for the pool. Franco's Pizza in North Miami Beach. Frank, the owner, has been in business for over 20 years. Real Italian pizza that's so good it's a sin. It's open 18 hours a day, and the pizza's always great. Also tell Josh that Miami Velvet has a buy night on Fridays. Oh, Phil says, I figure I'll have a better time and feel more comfortable. Now, what's he trying to say? Huh? Is he trying to send you a message like Joey Zaza?
You fairy.
Come on, Phil, cut the crap. We got a macho guy. Oh, he was a little more macho before he ate 5 steaks in one day. I kind of like loosened him up a little bit. In more ways than one, I'm sure.
If you say so.
Just relax, okay? Just calm down. Look, if you're gonna have to take some crap if you're gonna get all this good free food, right?
Hey,
and the big bucks that go along with it.
That's right.
Oh,
that's what I'm here for.
Not all conservatives are happy. They simply say the culture of life, or whatever you call it, means that we don't have to pay attention to the principles of federalism or separations of powers. It's certainly not a conservative viewpoint, said the unctuous former representative Bob Barr of Georgia, with that little Hitler mustache he's got. Alan Lichtman, who chairs the history department at American University in Washington, said the intervention of Congress and Bush to try to overturn the decision by Schiavo's husband not to prolong her life is the antithesis of several conservative principles. It contradicts a lot of what those behind it say they believe: the sanctity of the family, the sacred bond between husband and wife, the ability of all of us to make private decisions without the hand of the government intervening, deference to the states and localities as opposed to the centralized government, Lichtman be saying. And he, of course, happens to be...
Absolutely correct, sir.
Gosh dang it. Okay, let's get some calls now. Best pizza in Florida. We've only got about 7,500 of them on there, and believe you me, if we don't have some pizzas in there by noon today, I'm going to really feel we're like they've let us down. Don't you?
Sure. Very disappointed.
Won't you be depressed and feel like we're just, small potatoes now? I remember when we used to be liked. WQAM, hello. 2 a.m. Going once.
Hey, Neil, sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Did you hear about the big controversy with Flores Pizza?
What is that?
Oh, man, she called one of her African-American patrons and...
Okay, great. WQAM, hello. 2 a.m.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Can I hop on the phone?
You can hop right on it.
Okay. Pizza place. Remember the other day you had the restaurant, Moderados.
Right.
Moderado.
Monday,
There's a place right next door to that called Pizza Rustica on Oakland Park Boulevard.
I've heard that. I've heard that's great, yeah.
Oh,
Pizza
yeah.
Rustica, R-U-S-T-I-C-A. Pizza Rustica. I hear it's great.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, thanks, Pally. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. Always good to start with some Ojan Provocateur, Always great to start the day that way. WQAM, hello.
Neil, Frankie's Pizza on Bird Road in Miami.
Yes.
It's very good. And
got it.
Can I get you another one or no?
Go ahead.
Pogies, Southwest 8th Street before the Brickle.
How you spell that?
P like Peter, O-A-G-I-E-S, I believe.
Pogie, like hoagie.
Exactly.
Well, I'll be damned.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Pogies, you got it? I wonder if they're kind of like Po Folks. Oh, I sure like that red soup and the white soup at Po Folks. And them chitlins. Oh, boy. They're still in business, huh, Po Folks? I'm sure in the Deep South there's always a market for a place like Po Folks.
I'm sure.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Hello.
All right, about you hear me?
What is it?
Neil.
Speak to me, sir. Speak to me.
Okay,
what language
sorry. I don't know about that guy who was talking about floors before, but they are out of business.
Yeah. Well,
they went out, I think it was just recently, maybe within the last 2 weeks.
Flores is out of business.
It's called Fiores now. It just happened within the last 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
Because it used to be my favorite joint, too, man.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, but I got one for the poll, though.
Yep.
Hot Sobe.
What is it?
South Beach. Hot Sobe. H-O-T-S-O-B-E.
Hot Sobe. S-O-B-E isn't... Oh, boy. Okay, thanks a lot, Pally. Hot Sobe, you got it? It's out. Let's not take Flores off of there until we find out definitively. I don't want to say this guy, maybe full of it, but Fulvio, right, or Fulio. We don't want to get Fulio'd.
No.
Because, that website is wrong half the time. Do you know that?
Yeah.
what I hear.
I thought he was going to have a stroke or something this morning. What was wrong with the humper? He was a wild child over, I don't care how many times they told those stories. I heard the story also about her son a million times, but, it's wrong. That's all. It's wrong. I mean, it's one thing if you pick the winner of a football game and you're wrong and you're, adamant and you guarantee everybody you'll bet their life on it. That's one thing. But, I mean, the name of a restaurant, how the name got named, why would we want to be such hard asses about that, huh? Why would we want to do that, Humper? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, stupid!
See? Now he's taking it personal. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines. Nobody's going to catch Pizza Loft. It doesn't look like, does it? They're just off in a league of their own. And that's thanks to me, by the way. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Esposito's across from Tower Shops on University Drive by 595.
Across from the Tower Shops.
Yeah.
On University Drive at 595. Esposito's. Never heard of it.
It's a little place. It's not got it's just kind of a walk-in place, but it's got good pizza, good New York-style pizza.
Excellent. Okay, thanks a lot.
All right. Hey, got a question.
Oh, too late. See? He had a question, damn it. Too late. I got that quick finger, I wonder if they have a New York pizza in New York, in Vegas. Check that out next time you go there. I know they've got that Bressler's or whatever it is for the milkshakes. Isn't that what they got?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. See, you don't even know what they got in there. You like it, but so when you go back there in May, I want you to be a little more Pacific.
Well, I'm doing a little more drinking than I am eating when I'm there.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well. Let's see, Lou Malnati's in Chicago. Now, what is that? In Chicago. The poll question is, what is the best pizza in Florida? And here comes this guy. Who is this guy? Who is this? Tom. Hey, Tom, guess what? Tom in Boca. Oh, well, Tom's played too much golf up there. I'm real happy for you, Tom. We'll see you in the loop. I think maybe Tom's just a little bit looped himself this morning. Yeah, let's see. What's the best pizza in the world? We'll do that one of these days. Not. I'll tell you right now, it's Est is the name of the place. It's in Roma. Oh, man, real thin crust. Manja. 10:57 at 560 WQM. Even after all this time, after all of our hard work, there's still some of you just don't get the message. You still are a little bit queasy about buying a bed over the phone. Don't be queasy at all. Because when you call 1-800-MATTRESS, the number for Dial a Mattress, you'll find out they've got the most liberal exchange policy, so there's absolutely no risk, even if you're a conservative. Did you know that 1-800-MATTRESS has got more repeat customers than anybody else in the industry? So once you try it, I guarantee you, I will bet the Water Nazi's life on it, you'll never go back to a showroom or one of those bedding or department stores again. You'll get no nonsense, no runarounds, no showroom shenanigans, just factory direct prices, the best on the best brands you know and love. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll be calling a company ranked #1 in the world in customer satisfaction. Even in Pisa, they love it. They carry Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil, Tempur-Pedic, and Stearns, and Bananas Foster. And now Dial a Mattress offers no payments or interest until 2006, till next year, for crying out loud. Call Dial a Mattress toll-free, 1-800-MATTRESS for all the details. As I've been telling you, I've used them for years, as has Mo, George, Miguel, Fat Boy, a lot of other QAMers. Call 1-800-MATTRESS right now or log on to their website, mattress.com, for the best sleep you've ever had in your life. If the old mattress is lumpy and bumpy, you feel it when you wake up in the morning. So get a great night's sleep by making one easy call, 1-800-MATTRES.
You're listening to Neil Rogers on 560 QAM.
This is your brain on drugs. This is your brain being chopped to bits by a finely honed meat cleaver. This is your brain in a blender. And this is your brain being stirred into a big pot of chili. Brains. Real food for real people.
She was touched by the hand of Bush. And now, through the miracle of political healing, Terry Schiavo celebrates her new lease on life. And she invites you to join the celebration with her new video, Schiavo Side. She said, lay down like this and do it every day. Follow Terry's cardiovascular regimen to enhance your carotenoids, whatever the hell that is. Uh-oh. Jerry needs her tube.
Insert the tube.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look out for the
Cube.
It's 11:03 at 560. I just like playing that over and over again.
Cube.
Yeah. Or even
Applicator Cube.
Yeah. Maybe Rush ought to try it.
Rectum.
It's 11:03 at 560 WQAM. Wait till you hear this story. This one will set you free.
Okay.
Dania Beach. 10 years of stovetop duty have left it a little bit charred and discolored, but Diana Dizer says this humble skillet gave birth to a miracle. The highly publicized Virgin Mary grilled cheese sandwich. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Dizer, 52, who sold a sandwich last year for $28,000, hopes to repeat that success with a skillet. She has it listed on the internet auction site eBay, where the top bid yesterday was $152.50. But Dizer's confident she'll get hundreds, even thousands more. I'm not selling it for $152, she said. It won't go for that. It's going to go high. And guess what, Diana? From the way you're talking, I think maybe you're a little... Dizer, a jewelry designer, hopes GoldenPalace.com, an online gambling concern based in Antigua, will buy the frying pan. The company bought the Virgin Mary sandwich in November and displayed it at casinos locally and in Las Vegas. It goes with the cheese. It really does, she said of the pan. Dizer made the sandwich, white bread from Publix and Land O'Lakes American cheese, 10 years ago for breakfast. After taking a bite from the diagonally cut sandwich, she noticed what looked like a woman with cascading hair on the singed bread. She concluded it was the Virgin Mary, since her luck at gambling had improved. Well, I must have had the Virgin Mary in my pocket yesterday at Woodbine. You know what? Damn it.
Guess so.
I sure hope I didn't lose her. After placing the curiosity in a nest of cotton balls in a plastic box and keeping it on a shelf for a decade, she decided to auction it off. She drew national attention, some serious, and spawned a cottage industry of Virgin Mary grilled cheese spin-offs. Oh, yeah. And now it's the 7-inch Tefal skillet's turn. Bidding will close on the black pan shortly after 3 this afternoon. Better get your bids in. 13 bids had been registered as of last night. To me, it's more special than the Virgin Mary, if that's possible, Dizer said of the skillet. That's the one I cooked it in, and if it wasn't for that, there would be no Virgin Mary. You know that?
No.
Without that Tefal skillet, even Ron Popeil can't match up to that. Here's a fax that says, best pizza in Kendall, Papa Piccolo's. Piccolo. Got it? Papa Piccolo's, Piccolo. I remember Piccolo's restaurant on Miami Beach years ago, but we don't want to reminisce about restaurants that haven't been there for 100 years. Boy, that was really good. Oh, boy. New York-style pizza in Kings Creek. Papa Piccolo's. Got it? In Kendall.
Got it.
Have you ever seen Ron Jeremy and Stan Van Gundy in the same room, he says? In conclusion, Dick Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to read that perverted stuff there. What's your name? But thank you anyway. Oh, got bad news for all you Pope worshippers out there. For all you people that are big into guys and old men in a dress. Talk about needing a real serious...
Cube!
Yeah. Oh. See, they're not telling you this, but here's the real emis, as they say in Firenze, the emis. Pope John Paul II is vomiting, suffering strong headaches, and not responding well to his medications, an Italian news agency reported yesterday, but the Pontiff's chief doctor dismissed speculation that the Pope will be hospitalized again. The APCOM news agency, quoting unnamed sources, also reported that John Paul, a.k.a. Dead Man in a Chair, was suffering from overall weakness as he recovered from surgery to ease a breathing crisis. He's doing a lot of like that, and occasionally
I'm dying over here.
One of those. No hospitalization of John Paul II is planned, the ANSA news agency quoted Prieti as saying, Dr. Rodolfo Prieti. The Vatican confirmed Tuesday that John Paul will not hold his traditional audience today, although it wasn't known. Now, what is today? Oh, he just does it on Wednesday? I thought maybe like today is something like Easter. I know we got Good Friday on Friday and Easter Sunday on Sunday.
Yes.
And I'm not working Friday just because I'm going to be Catholic. If I can work on Yom Kippur, I might as well take some religious day off, right?
Right.
So there you go. He's puking his guts out, suffering bad headaches. But other than that, he's in good shape. Let's hear it for the Pope.
Oh!
Old senile fart in a dress.
About that you're traveling with today.
That's Russia's wife, by the way,
Not quite yet,
Dan
Darren.
King.
You know, the White House has been careful since this process has started to make its...
Yeah, they've been real careful. 5670560, your fat-ass governor's at it again. They just will not let this drop, man. They want to squeeze every ounce of political energy they can get out of this thing. They're squeezing it really hard. Here's line 9. They probably want to see if I'm going to take their call. QAM.
Hi, just want to let you know that Flora's has been bought and sold twice in the past 10 years, and it's not the same.
Oh, boy.
So it's bad. It's bad now.
The name has changed?
No, well, I think they did. I think they kept the name for a little while, but the pizza, it's not the same. It's not the same as 10 years ago.
Well, what is when you come right down to it, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the bad news.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, take Flores off of there, please. Can we do that? I mean,
We can do that.
Okay. Sorry. Very sorry about that. Sorry, mister. And by the way, can you spare some change? The best pizza in Florida is at Pizza Loft, man. Jeff Cohen and the Pizza Loft are ass kickers. Even though they want nothing to do with us anymore. That's what Berkeley said. She said, he hates you like he's got a voodoo doll and wishes you would die a wicked, bloody death. That's what she said. She said, no, I think he's talking about you, Berkeley. Pizza Loft, 66. Just cash the check, honey. Just cash the check. Papa John's, 22. Pizza Hut, 21. Mario the Baker, 21. For your father. DeSalvo's night. Now, is there another Mariota Baker beside the one in Sunrise? Because I know there used to be one in North Miami. There's one in Sunrise between Sunrise Boulevard and Oakland on the east side. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you?
I do.
It's pretty good. Had many a pie from there. DeSalvo's has got 20, tied with Mariota Baker. Cazzoli's 16. Now, what's that all about? Is Cazzoli's gone downhill or something? What's wrong with Cazzoli's?
Cazzoli's is just fine.
I mean, other than the fact that they got that Pennzoil on there, but what's wrong with Cazzoli's? Casola's Pizza, 15. Godfather's 15. I remember Javier. I remember that young man who first came to NWS down in South Miami on Ludlam Road and Dixie Highway. Introduced me to Godfather's. And when I met Javier, I had other things in mind, but unfortunately. Okay, now what's the deal? Godfather's 15, Frankie's 14, Steve's 13, Little Caesar's 13, Pizza Time 11, Mike's 10, Tony's 8. Have you got any pizzas there, by the way, yet?
No pizzas yet. He's still.
Well, why not? You mean to tell me that you got 75 steaks yesterday in there when we talked about steakhouses, but we can't get pizzas in there on this show, on this high-rated, highly listened to show? Well, that's probably because
I can always call Tony's, but I'm
no.
happens. I figure,
Don't be calling Tony's. That would be cheating. Do not do that.
I'm not doing it.
Don't take the easy way out. John the Baker, 7. Sparrow's got 6. That's disgusting. No, it is, isn't it?
Why?
Sparrow, Sparrow's is industrial strength. It's everywhere as Sparrow's. It's like McDonald's.
No. So that makes it bad?
Get out of here. No, my ass. You eat pizza at Sparrow's?
That's what they have at the mall, yeah.
Yeah, and they used to have that orange place, too, there, with the orange Julius and the pizza, whatever that place used to be, the Orange Bowl. Yeah, you talk about running to the bowl. Mr. D's 5. Domino's 5. Oh, yeah. Ciro's 4. Antonio's 4. How's Antonio doing? Antonio on Passions. Won't see him no more. Miami's Best 3. Wise Guys 3. Pizza Rustica's got 2. That's a good place, I hear. Amore's 2. Amici 2. Marino's Pizza's got 2. Papa Piccolo's 1. Hot Sobe has got 1. Vito's 1. Del Vecchio 1. Esposito's and Pogies and Franco's have so far got the big.
Oh!
Here's one. Pedro. Or is that Pedro? He says...
Mamma mia! Mamma!
Okay, once was on.
Mamma mia!
152nd Street and Southwest 137th Avenue.
Mamma mia!
That's what Pedro says. Don't do it again, or we're going to get out the...
Cube!
And you'll be amazed where we stick it. Okay, here's a foul. Chronic. See this writing? And the Chronic and Cocoa. This is the record holder for most faxes to this show. I mean, there's nobody even close.
I don't know. I've seen some duplicates the last couple of days.
Nobody even close. Says, hi, Uncle Neil. Without trying to be too much of a wise ass, I must say that after visiting all parts of Florida since the 50s and living here for the last 5 years, I've never found any good pizza in this state. Perhaps a new pool category, whatever that means. Well, no, I would agree that generally speaking, most of the pizza in Florida is pretty lame, especially after you've had New York pizza and Chicago pizza and Boston pizza and real pizza in Italy. It's what was the brick oven? Is that still in business in Davie there or in Hollywood? In Hollywood. Where they used to make the real thin, that was a sponsor 100 years ago, real thin pizza in the ovens, the wood-burning brick ovens like in Italy. Brick oven. We'll have to find out if that's still open or not. Somebody will. It says, maybe I was spoiled by a lifetime of pizza in New York and on Long Island. Love the good old Sunshine State, but the pizza is fat, it says. The Chronic and Cocoa. Well, see, she just, I think it's a she. I think it's a lady.
Okay.
Well, we've had the name before on here. The name at the top is, who knows? Well, whatever it is, made up for all the chronicness by saying the pizza is fat. Generally speaking, I think you got your thumb on it.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560.
Like sub sandwiches.
Tuck it in and hold it.
Are you ready, boys?
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, Captain.
Ooh. cottage in Fire Island. SpongeBob Gay Pants. He doesn't like women, he only likes men. SpongeBob Gay Pants. He'll sing you some show tunes if that be your wish. SpongeBob Gay Pants. And when he walks with a swish. SpongeBob Ready? Gay Pants. SpongeBob Gay Pants. SpongeBob Gay Pants. SpongeBob Gay Pants. SpongeBob Gay Pants. SpongeBob, is it a sea urchin or are you glad to see me?
It's 11:18 at 560 WQM. Happy Wednesday to you. Don't forget George and Miguel and Boca Brian and a bunch of other winners will be at Treasure Island happy hour 5 to 7 this afternoon. Stop by to win our embarrassing, degradingly cheap prizes, but enjoy dance specials all night long at Treasure Island off the Palmetto, just north of the 122nd Street exit. Watch Fat Boy blow ping pong balls right out of his... It'll be great. You ever see that?
No.
It's a sight to puke about. A comedian who gave $20,000 to the family of the boy now accusing Michael Jackson of molestation testified yesterday that she received a tearful phone call from the boy's mother that led her to believe the family was being held against its will. Comedian Louise Palanker said she tried to get in touch with the mother after seeing the TV documentary Living with Michael Jackson, in which Jackson and his accuser held hands, and Jackson acknowledged letting children sleep in his bed. Palanker was called by the prosecution to support the charge that Jackson conspired to hold the family captive after the documentary on February 6, 2003, in order to get them to make a rebuttal video praising Jackson. On the witness stand, Palanker said that soon after she left a message with the boy's grandparents, the mother called her and sounded frightened.
Oh, my God.
She was extremely agitated, and she was almost whispering. This was fear-based agitation, she'd be saying. The mother told her not to call back at the same number, the witness said. Palanker quoted the mother as saying, "Don't call me back here. They're listening to everything I say. These people are evil." I said, "Are the children in school?" She said, "No." That's when she started crying, Palanker said. She didn't say where the mother was at the time of the call. The comedian said she called her attorney afterward because I felt they were being held against their will. How do you like that? Palanker said she met the family at a comedy camp for underprivileged youth run by the Laugh Factory Club in Hollywood and began helping them financially after the boy was diagnosed with cancer. Palanker said she gave the family $10,000 to cover expenses. It was fairly spontaneous, she said. I just decided on my own to do it. But she said she gave a second gift of $10,000 when the father asked for more money. Palanker said the father told her the family couldn't afford rent because his wife had spent their money on such things as prayer and a lot of statues and candles. Oh, no.
Money well spent.
In fact, maybe she can get that Tefal skillet before it's too late. Oh, look at this. Any place with a name like this can really be good. South Miami, the Big Cheese. That sounds like a step away from Chuck E. Cheese. I'm surprised we haven't had any vote for Chuck E. Cheese yet. The Big Cheese. I bet you're not going to get any pizzas in there today, you know? No, I mean, it's 11:20. I just have this sick feeling in the pit of my stomach that we're going to get left shut out.
Anywhere.
Huh?
He hasn't called anybody.
Did you call anywhere yesterday for the steaks?
No.
No. How did that happen?
It was just a twirl
spontaneous.
Of yeah.
It was a spontaneous extension of love and kindness and decency and compassion and just chiming right in there with the theme of the show. Let's see. Here's the facts from Rich Pachter. See below for Rick Sanchez sighting. Also, he says the best pizza, Brooklyn Boys in West Boca, in the same plaza as Delights. Well, what is this story? CNN seeing new ways to battle Fox News. Why are you sending me this, Rich Pachter? Oh, there's a thing about Rick Sanchez in it? Oh, God.
Well, I sent it because it has the pizza thing in it.
Oh.
By the way, for that fax or call or whatever the hell it was, New York, pizza down here, they're from New Yorkers. Everybody's from New York down here, aren't
Yes.
they? So how can it be all bad pizza down here? They're all New Yorkers.
You don't understand. The water isn't the same. That's why it's like the bread. There's very little great bread in South Florida because of the water. That's the excuse I always hear. Although the website I checked it on half the time is wrong. But no, seriously, that's why they can't make the dough. Will you listen to me? They can't make the same kind of dough that they make in New York. And of course New York is known for that great water, which is true from the Hudson River. Don't ask me why, but it's some of the best water in the country is right there.
Okay.
True. How can you make good dough without good water, man? Right?
Water's water.
Ah, please, boy, you've been eating too much at what's that place? La Carreta. Those beans are rotting your brain.
I prefer Isla.
In a segment last Wednesday on the program Paul is On Now, Rick Sanchez, former local news anchor who worked for Mr. Cheatwood in Miami and joined CNN last year, strapped on a device known as a shock belt worn around the waist. It can deliver 50,000 volts of electricity to a person's body and then gave a simple command, do it. Moments later, Mr. Sanchez moaned audibly, crumpled to the floor, and still panting after being helped to his feet, reported, "It hurts, it's painful, but no one's dead." To which we say, damn it. Oh, yeah, you're wrong. There's somebody dead. The guy you hit in front of the stadium, he's still dead, Rick. Mr. Sanchez was attempting to show firsthand how a device like the shock belt might have prevented the courthouse rampage in Atlanta, in which a judge and 3 others were killed by the rape suspect. The morning after his program was broadcast, they were euphoric. Mr. Klein, whoever Mr. Klein is. Who's Mr. Klein? Some CNN honcho. Who is he? Jonathan Klein, the new president of CNN. The morning after that was broadcast, Mr. Klein was euphoric. I thought it was great, he told several dozen producers and editors gathered by video conference from around the country for the regular 9 a.m. assignment meeting. Mr. Sanchez will join Anderson Cooper's evening news program on CNN early next month as a full-time correspondent.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. And they're right. CNN's becoming more like Fox every day. You won't get any news there. Trust me when I tell you. The best pizza in Florida, Pizza Loft. And you notice we're not getting any place from Orlando, no place from Tampa, no place from Naples, no place from anywhere. We got Boca there from Rich Pachter and maybe 1 or 2 others. That's it. I mean, do you expect to get really good pizza in Jacksonville?
No.
In Tueg? In Tallahassee? Although you wouldn't expect to get great steaks either, but you never know. But great pizza there. Forget about it. Pizza Loft 71, Papa John's 24. I mean, you know, with all due respect, I mean, Papa John's is okay, but if that's the second best pizza in the state of Florida, and then Pizza Hut 23, DeSalvo's 22, Mario the Baker 21, Casola's 19, Cazzoli's 18. Cazzoli's used to be everywhere, aren't they, in all the malls anymore? Or are they just kind of fading out? Cazzoli's was, I mean, you could like get up in the morning and look out your window and there'd be a Cazzoli's. They were everywhere. No, Mo?
Nah, I don't know of one.
And how about in the Kendall Mall?
It's either
How about in Dadeland? Isn't there a Cazzoli's in Dadeland?
I don't go to the mall that much.
Well, why not? You're a Dade County. You're one of the last 10 people who speaks a little English left in Dade County. You ought to be knowing these things. There's got to be a Cazzoli's in Dadeland. No?
Okay.
We'll find out. We'll find out from some people who know something. We'll get around. We'll spread it around a little bit, as opposed to just hanging out there on Southwest 8th Street like you do. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil, I want to touch on a couple of things as far as the best pizza place. First of all, I don't agree with Pizza Loft. Secondly, DeSalvo's is terrible. Mario the Baker, man, the owner of Mario the Baker, he thinks his stuff don't stink. He is so rude. The best place, and I know you're not down here, but if you go to Umberto's of Pompano, man, they're from Long Island. They've only been down here a couple of years. That pizza is true New York style. If you like New York style pizza, then that's the true place. But Pizza Hut and Papa John's and all that, come on, Neil, let's get real.
Yeah,
Have a great day.
I just got through saying that, man. This is starting to sound like that Franco-American and Chef Boyardee. Although the general thing, like that chronic faxer said, Florida is very bereft. Great pizza and sub sandwiches. Now, I will say, you know, Atlantic City subs, they bring us a lot of food, but, you know, it's good. But to suggest that that's anywhere like the Hoagies or Grinders, whatever you wanted to call them back up north. I mean, it's not in the same league, man. It's not. Even in Buffalo, they had great sub sandwiches. I mean, and you're going to tell me, you're not going to tell me. Like, what's the place, Miami Subs?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not going to tell me that with a straight face, are you?
No.
I mean, it's
well,
okay.
that's good
I don't have
because
a problem with Miami Subs.
I beg your pardon?
Like, Miami Subs is okay.
I didn't say it was horrendous. I didn't say it was puke-inducing. I just said to try to compare these. So they don't know how to make a sub sandwich in South Florida, okay? If you said hoagie or grinder, they look at you like, like that. Like that.
There's not hoagies down here.
Huh?
They're not hoagies down here.
That's exactly my point, okay? I think you need to reinsert your... Get your head screwed on straight.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560.
You or hovers over this performance by the Dolphins.
Wolf dressed in a suit, congressman or male prostitute, rides around in his limo without wearing pants. If you start dating him, it's a hell of a chance. It'll change your whole life. He'll tell you he loves you but won't leave his wife. Then he flips, does an OJ and whips out a knife. That's what it's like if you are Gary's girl. God help you if you're Gary's girl. Then poof, you're gone. You're gone just like that.
You fairy.
All the women say Condit's a Clinton protege. If he writes down your name in his little black book, they might pull you from the river on the end of a hook. He'll change your life. He'll tell you he loves you, but won't leave his wife. Then he flips up an OJ and whips out a knife. That's what it's like if you are Gary's girl. God help you if you're Gary's girl.
Oh, guess who was on a biography channel last week?
You're gone just like that.
Gary Conduit.
Would have never guessed.
Good guess. Huh?
Would have never guessed.
No. Anyway, another one of those. Of course, he was a Democrat, but the same thing. You know, all those finger-pointing, goody-two-shoes, conservative, holier-than-thou. I think he killed the bitch. And look at this. Look at this.
We can tell from the remarks.
Cliff Benham from Operation Rescue in Florida. He's got the Bible in his hand. He's screaming and wailing about Terry Schiavo. In fact, he might just rush in there himself and stick that right back in there, whether she wants it or not. Now, I just printed out, even though this website is wrong about 50% of the time, Godfather's Pizza. They're still around. They're all over the country. I think they're headquartered in Omaha, I do believe.
Omaha?
Yes. Omaha's a fine... You ever been to Omaha?
Yeah, right.
Some of the best food in the USA is in Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series. That's why I was there like 4 years in a row.
Yeah, good food, but nothing to do, right?
Wrong. Omaha's a fine town. Why do you say that? Have you ever been there?
No, I would just figure.
See, all you punks out there, here's a classic example of two guys pizza. Two guys sitting around talking crap, and they know nothing about it. That would be like my talking about, Shula's Steakhouse. The only thing I know there that they had the menu on the football. Then, we learned that they have also a real menu. And that's all I know. I know nothing about it. It may have the best damn food in the history of mankind. I don't know. And I'm honest about that.
Really?
But you're making judgments. Omaha happens to be a fine town. It's fine. I know you're thinking the Bible Belt, Midwest. Isn't Chicago in the Midwest?
Yeah, but that's like a major city you're talking about.
That's not really the Midwest.
You're not comparing Omaha to Chicago.
No, but I'm just saying it's in. How far do you think Omaha is from Chicago?
About 30, man.
Not all that far.
Right, but it's kind of like the country,
Have you ever been there?
I just said no.
The food is great, and then the people are corn-fed. You know what I'm saying? Not only is the cattle corn-fed, so are the people. I mean, you talk about a hearty bunch of looking fine men and women. Okay, let's get back to this because you just lost. The classic combo is what Godfather's all about. This pie is pie, but the one that I like the best, the taco pie. Do you ever have Godfather's taco pie?
No.
Oh, spicy taco sauce topped with beef, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, cheddar, mozzarella cheese to create a unique flavor guaranteed to satisfy your craving.
Oh, there's a button I want to press over here.
The all-meat pie is piled so high with beef, pepperoni, sausage, ham, and bacon bits there's no room for any veggies. A pie loaded with beef, onions, mozzarella, and cheddar cheese topped with bacon bits and sliced pickles creates a flavor we call bacon cheese.
You said pickles. Pickles on a pizza? I've never even heard of that.
Creates a flavor we call bacon cheeseburger pie. Have you ever had the bacon cheeseburger pie? Once again, talking trash, not having any idea. If you're not Godfather's, man, you are really going to burn in hell. I'll tell you that right now.
I tell you what.
You are going to meet your maker.
You fair.
Right.
I'd eat it without the pickles.
Pickles. You know what? Close your eyes and eat it, okay?
You can't put pickles on a pizza.
If you like it hot, try a pie topped with pepperoni, beef, Italian sausage, jalapenos, and onions, and it's the hot stuff pie. Godfather's is so good that it's like a whole separate category. But, too good for Florida. That's why they got to go to the Hess gas station. Here's one that says, I have one for the poll, Jano's, Jayno, Jano's Pizza on North 441 in Fort Lauderdale. Jano's, never heard of it. Got it, Jay?
No.
What does Jay?
No.
Anyway, got it?
Got it.
While you're still hyperventilating about the pickles.
Still.
Recently discovered Your Mama's Pizza. Oh, Your Mama. In the Falls and off 120th Street in the little strip mall. Best I've had in this town, says this faxer. Your Mama's Pizza. Got it? Your Mama.
Is that for real?
Your Mama's Pizza. That's what it says in the Falls area. This is a little bit too Pacific to be somebody making it up. And what do we care if it's for real or not anywhere? Is this like for scientific purposes or something? No. It's to kill 4 hours for these poor people out there that are stuck in the sewer of the universe where your fat-ass governor is going ape ballistic. And all these people. But the Bible says, yeah. These are the same people, by the way, that love capital punishment. Here's one from Rick that says, the best pizza I've ever had is from Hungry Howie's. What? That's what Rick says. Rick is well, then what are you schmirkling about? Hungry Howie's might be spectacular. What do you... Again, have you ever had pizza from Hungry Howie's?
Of course I've had Hungry Howie's. Who has?
You have?
Yeah.
And so it's not good?
It's very greasy, like just they dumped it on there after they made the pizza.
So in other words, you don't like it. Well, Rick likes it, so put it on there. Let's see whether you're out of line or whether maybe Rick is just full of it. Maybe he's hungry, Howie. Maybe he needs to have that reinserted so he can have some lunch. Nick's Pizza in Deerfield Beach across from City Hall. Thin crust New York style or Sicilian style, Siciliano, or focaccia style. Whole pies or by the slice. It says I get a huge slice with tomatoes, onions, and garlic to die for. Nick's Pizza in Deerfield Beach. You got it?
I got it.
Good. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil?
Yes, I am.
I've got one in Hollywood. It's called Conca de Ora.
I beg your pardon.
The Conca de Ora in Hollywood. It's been in business for almost 40 years. Great
How do you spell
pizza.
that? How do you spell it?
Conchadeore. Conca de Ora.
Okay, de Ora. Uh-huh. Sounds very
Great
Italian to me.
pizza.
Okay, where is it again in Hollywood?
It's in Hollywood on Hollywood Circle.
Hollywood Circle. What's that other one in Hollywood on 441 while you're there? Do you know the one
Oh,
where they make
that's
the thin...
Marino's.
No. The one where they make the thin crust. Is it Roses? Something like that.
Sorry, I don't remember. But
It's on
you were talking the other day on 441 Marino's.
Yeah.
That Italian restaurant has been there for over 40 years.
Yeah.
That's an excellent Italian restaurant.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right.
See ya. What's the one I'm thinking about where they make the thin crust that's highly overrated? I tried it one time. Is it Rosemary's?
Baby?
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby, I think, ate there. In fact, you can still see the sticking out the door. Damn it. Oh, I can't wait to see what's going on with Whitney's baby today on Passions. Since I see it today ahead of everybody else. The look on Eve's face when she yanks that baby out. Oh, she's got it wrapped up in a blanket. Oh, it's probably got 6 heads and 48 eyes. It's probably grotesque. Anyway. Somebody, Villa Rose, is that it? Maybe that's it, Villa Rose. Don't put it down yet, but that's the one. Because some people actually like that. It was like charred, on the bottom, charred. But they do the and the brick oven. Do we have any calls about the brick oven or any faxes? No.
Nope.
That was pretty good. That was like at least an attempt to try to do like the real Italian thing. Because in Italy, now they do have places where you get the thick Sicilian. But the real pizza that just about everybody loves the most is the real super thin that they bake in the wood-burning brick oven. It cooks in 3 minutes or a little bit less. Real super thin. And, man, that is just to die for. 19 till noon at 2 a.m.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusive AM.
Well, all right, sports fans.
Well, I just ate a big old piece of steak. It was a big mistake, 'cause now I think I have mad cow disease. I ate filet mignon, now my brain is gone. It'll be the death of me. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Once beef made me glad, so glad. Now I'm going mad. This tainted beef I'm chewing, it's gonna be my undoing. Too late to be a vegetarian. Tainted beef, tainted beef, tainted beef, tainted beef. Don't be frying tainted beef. You'll be dying tainted beef. Tainted beef. Tainted beef.
You're not going to believe this. I got 7 pages of Godfather's pizza locations in Florida.
I don't believe you.
How do you like that, huh? That goes to show you once again. The rest of the state, maybe they're lacking in certain areas like mentality, but... Oh, my God. How is this possible? Take a puke at this. Even in Stewart and in Tampa. Now, I'm just curious. I don't know. Nobody would know this.
What?
Well, no, I'm just curious if these are all in Florida, the ones that are like 92 stores in Florida. 92. Count them. If they're all like associated with Hess gas stations like we have there, or whether they're like real Godfathers. You know what I'm saying? Like it lists here, 2860 Davie Road in Davie. Now, that's got to be the Hess gas station. Also, Josh, who thinks he knows something, 4150 State Road 7 in Coral Springs. You following that?
Sort of.
Well, you better do your homework, mister. You got any pizzas there yet, by the way?
No.
Oh, boy. That is really sad.
You're losing your touch.
I've lost it. course, I'm not there, so they don't really care about you guys. If I was there, we'd have pizzas piled to the ceiling. Kissimmee, Lake Buena Vista, Lake Worth, 3965 South Congress Avenue in Lake Worth, 5975 U.S. Highway 441 in Lake Worth. In Miami, 19880 Northwest 27th Avenue in Miami. Isn't that Lejeune Road?
Northwest? That's right up the road.
8190 Southwest 40th Street. That's Bird Road in Miami, right?
Yeah.
10675 Northwest 41st Street in Miami. They're all over the place. 7550 Northwest 186th Street in Miami.
That Bird Road one, though, that is a Hess station.
See, that's what I'm afraid of. 8300 West McNabb Road in North Lauderdale. 11401 Biscayne Boulevard in North Miami. They must all be Hess gas stations. They're all over the place. Orlando, Oviedo, Palm Harbor. In Pembroke Pines, 19600 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines. There's a Godfather. How do you like that? St. Cloud, St. Petersburg, Stewart, Tampa, Southdale, Mabry, North Florida Avenue, Northdale, Mabry, Bruce B. Downs Boulevard, West Hillsborough Avenue. Boy, they're all over the place over there. Like I said the other day, how come they got, even in Valrico they got two. In Valrico, in Venice, in Venezia they got one. 350 Commercial Court in Venice. West Palm Beach, 6840 Okeechobee Boulevard. So there is hope. There's hope for the human race as long as there's a Godfather. Here's a fax from Dan who says Red Rock Pizza in East Boca. Wood/coal-burning stove. Now, that's the real thing. See, that's the Emmis, the authentic. All made fresh. Sauce, cheese imported from Italy. See, I don't care what anybody says, but you're never going to get a great pizza with sauce from a can. It says the best real Italian style. Been there, bought it, ate it, loved it. Thank you, Dan. I'm getting choked up about it. Our good friend Jerry in Bonita Springs, who's beyond chronic, says, I would like to suggest Anthony's Trattoria in Bonita Springs for the best pizza pull. It's a fine Italian restaurant. They have great homemade pizza. Better have a little sip. One of the problems with the best pizza pull is, and he's got a good point, Jerry does, most people order their pizzas delivered. The best pizzas are not delivered. For a delivered pizza, I prefer Papa John's over Domino's or Pizza. Well, of course, for a great pizza, I go to Anthony's Trattoria in Bonita Springs. Jerry also says the first Shakey's pizza I ever had was in Rochester, New York. I accidentally spent a weekend there in '67. Don't go back, Jerry, anytime soon. You won't like it. If you hated it then, just wait. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Nobody's going to come close to Pizza Loft. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Calling about pizza place.
Okay.
Mazzola.
What do you got?
Mazzolas.
Cazolas?
No, Mazzolas on Taft Street. You know
as in like Mazzola oil?
Yeah.
We had
talked about it on Monday. It's an Italian restaurant, and he didn't have the name right. It's Mazzolas. They've been there 15 years.
Okay. We'll get it on there. Thanks a lot. You got him, Mazzola? Because she sounded a little porky about the fact. Huh?
Razzola. I'll look for the other one.
Razzola? I thought she said Mazzola.
No, that's an oil. It was one of the Italian restaurants.
I know that. Here's a fact. She said we spelled it wrong. Well, we don't spell anything wrong on these polls, Josh, do we?
No, never.
Did you see that Stu Pedasso bitch get arrested for trying to take water into Terry Schiavo? Don't these people know that putting water in her mouth would drown her? Yeah, she can't swallow it, you idiots.
Well, it's a symbolic move.
Oh, I see. Yeah. We're going to feed you with your water. We're going to grab your cube and fill it up. In fact, maybe they could take her to Hester, get her some gas and some Godfathers. Kind of as a parting gift for Terry on the way out. WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir?
How are you?
Good.
Let's do a little housekeeping. Brick Oven's out of business, been out of business for
Okay.
a while. That was great. And you're right, Villa Rose. But believe it or not, that place is a Greek joint. It's a Greek salad. It's got a Greek market there.
Yeah.
And they cut it
I'm not touting it. I tried it once. I hated it.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It was pretty Greek.
Did anybody mention Capone's on Hollywood Beach? Flicker
What
light?
is it? Capone's?
They do Chicago style.
No, really?
You never heard of it. It's actually the great-grandson of Al Capone owns the
I'll be
joint.
damned.
You didn't know that? It's right on the intercoastal there.
Okay.
I shouldn't tout it. Then that'll be crowded now when I go there.
Okay,
anyway,
thanks.
you better talking about tainted beef, tell Josh you better learn his pizza, mister. Talk to you later.
Okay. Learn your pizza, mister. You're not getting no more steaks. Did we get any pizzas yet or what?
Nada.
Well, I guess you better call Brad over there at Tony's. I guess nobody loves us anymore in the pizza business. We know somebody that does, and that's because Berkeley just really turned him against me like a warfare. Yeah.
Well, you didn't want him as a guest.
Who's that? Chubby Checker?
Or him either.
WQAM, hello. Oh, I like this. We're getting a fax on our phone line. WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes?
I cannot believe anybody hasn't called this one in. This place gets the water imported, I guess you can't say imported, from the Hudson River, Lovin' Oven.
The Lovin'. Did we ever put Umberto's on there, by the way, Josh?
Yes.
The Lovin' Oven.
Lovin' Oven, Cooper City, there's one in Plantation. Great pizza.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Thanks a lot, Pally.
And that's it.
That is it. See, I love the way they're... I mean, when you say that's it, then that finger moves. Yep. There it goes. I put my finger in that and move it real quick. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon, saying this is kind of a pointless, because after number one, it's like the battle is for second place, right? I mean, we've made Pizza Loft so popular that they just,
Oh, I see the misspelling from that one.
On what?
I thought it said Mazda.
Well, just straighten him out, will you please? Because it's getting really ponderous with his, that Fulio's thing. That was all I needed to know.
What, it was
Fulio's.
my fault?
No, not at all. Not at all. It must have been
Actually, it was your fault.
the internet fairy that typed it on there. Certainly you didn't do it.
Actually,
right?
It was you, actually.
Who's that? Oh, yeah, I did it. Yeah.
You did. You read the facts and you said Mazda with two Z's.
Let me say it again. Fulvio, as I even spelled for this child. Fulvio became Fulio's. He's got a little bit...
We're not talking about Fulvio.
When you're eating 16 pounds of meat on the ear, it has a little propensity to make your thinking a little cobwebby. You know what I'm saying? A little cobwebby. Not too clearly is what I'm saying. Look, why do we really care, okay? Although she was very insistent and persistent. So if we screwed it up on Monday, let's at least get it right today for them, because it may be a very good place. Or not. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, you were talking about earlier about the Two Guys Pizza. There is one on US 1 and Daisy Road, and it's great. And they have good cheeses on it, and I love it.
Okay, thanks. They have good cheeses on it. Oh, in fact, the one in Hollywood there, they got good Jesus on it at Rosa Lopez's house. Don't forget, it's going to be the 13th of the month one of these days pretty soon, like next month. It'll be time to go to Rosa Lopez, see the Virgin Mary. On the toaster, on the Totino's Pizza, and all over the place. Breadsticks, she's everywhere. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. Yeah, Villa Rose, you might as well put that on there. It's in Hollywood. It's not too good. That was my opinion. Maybe I was there on an off day, okay? Maybe they just charred the bottom of my pizza because they don't like me. Or maybe it was just who knows what it was, right? It's like the Olive Garden. If you want to find out if it's really great, I'd go back several times. You know what I mean? Over and over again until you finally get a great meal, right? It could be fabulous. Just like that place that you were telling me. What was the one that you said it was greasy and crap?
Oh, Hungry Howie's.
Hungry Howie's.
I mean, it's okay. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Ridiculously greasy.
And you didn't even put it on here.
Yes, I did.
Has it got any votes?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's got 2 votes, mister. How do you like that? It's got 2 votes.
Got 2 greasers.
Now, in your spare time this afternoon or tonight, I want you driving around Coral Springs and finding us a Godfather.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning.
Hank Goldberg, weekdays 7 to 10. Morning feature. Sports Radio 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
This is Mark Morgan. It's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
We were born to eat French fries. We were born to eat French fries. Born to eat French fries. Yes, we were born to eat French fries. Fries are on your mind whenever you pass some McDonald's or Burger King. You catch the aroma of that little sliced potato cooked in grease. Yes, you were born to eat French fries. Yes, you were born. People worldwide, they always stop and buy fries so golden brown. We get high cholesterol, we don't worry at all, we suck them down.
I'm dying over here.
'Cause we were born to eat French fries.
You fast.
Yes, we were born.
Okay, Vanda says, great thin crust pizza at Times Square Pizza, southeast corner of US 1 and Oakland Park Boulevard. The best. Well, thanks, Vanda. Or is that Wanda? It looks like Vanda to me.
Vanda.
Okay, Vanda. Times Square Pizza. Got it? Good. A senator pushing a bill to keep Terry Schiavo alive said today he'd be the Senate's last attempt to have the brain-damaged woman's feeding tube reinserted. How do you like that? Senator Daniel Webster, I love his dictionary, was scrambling to secure votes to pass a bill that would prohibit patients like Schiavo from being starved to death if they didn't express their wish to die in writing. Whatever it is, today is it, he said. Webster needs at least 2 senators to change their position on his bill, which could be debated when the Senate begins their Wednesday session at 1 p.m. in less than an hour from now. I don't know, even if I have a majority vote, said Webster, Republican from Winter Garden. I bet you they got Godfathers in Winter Garden. What do you think?
Did you see those kids?
I see those what?
Did you see those kids right now on CNN getting arrested?
Oh, I'm off of CNN. I'm watching Global News. I couldn't stand any more of it. Okay, I'll turn it on now.
Of appeal to the Supreme Court before 10 o'clock.
I see Joe John standing in front of the U.S. Supreme Court building.
Yeah, that's what I see now, too.
Oh. Anyway, now, see, you're just trying to throw me off the trail here. I was looking up Winter Garden. Let's see. Look at that. Winter Garden, 13707 West Colonial Drive in Winter Garden, Florida. There is a Godfather. There's one in Winter Park, and there's even one in Winter Springs. How do you like that?
All right.
All right. We're going to have to get around the state. I'm going to have to come back and do a Godfather state hopping tour is what I'm going to do. Love Godfathers. Anyway, if the Senate passes the bill, it would have to take a second vote requiring 2/3 approval to immediately be sent to the State House. Otherwise, the House would have to wait until tomorrow to consider the measure. And if we wait till tomorrow, my God, we got to get that back into Terry's thing, you know? God. Don't we? No?
No.
No, you're right. But how about some lunch for Terry? Or at least for you guys? Did you call up yet?
No.
Well, why not? In other words, you're going to sit there and wait for pizza to show up. I'm telling you right now it's not going to happen. If it hasn't happened by now, it ain't coming.
Well, I can wait. I mean, I ate Howie's when I got here this morning, so...
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that.
Well, you know.
Hungry Howie's?
No, just Howie's.
Oh, I see. Maybe Hungry Howie's will come by because you ripped them in the ass so bad, and they'll show you, hey, it's not so greasy after all. Or maybe they'll just smear some in your face.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Prove me wrong, fellas.
Yeah, prove them wrong. Bring us some pies by. You're not getting nothing. That's all right. When George is here on Friday, and I'm off on that, then you'll get food all over the place because you already know it's coming.
The ribs.
Ribs and just tons of stuff. I don't have the touch anymore, you know. I tried. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
I'm calling about the pizza. You're probably gonna laugh, but believe it or not, the Hard Rock Casino. Pizza place. I swear, somebody else out there that's eating there, call and back me up. They have the pizza place right there in the casino. The pizza is fantastic. I was surprised. But
so the Hard Rock Casino we should put down is got the
Seminole
best pizza
Hard Rock
in Florida?
Casino in Hollywood. It's got excellent pizza. Some of the best I've had.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Okay, I don't believe it, but I'll take your word for it. And I'm glad he called right now because it's a tremendous segue. He must be psychic, or maybe he just needs a good physic after eating that place. The Seminole tribe, this is the ultimate. This is the epitome of hypocrisy. This is the most incredible. I talked about it with a humper this morning when he was telling me that probably it's at least 50% wrong because it's off the internets. Remember that?
Yeah.
Why is he so stubborn about that Ruth Chris thing? Why is that? What is the big deal with that? I mean, who really cares when you come right down to it? He's just adamant.
Because that's the story he heard.
I don't care if it's the story he heard, concocted, if he dreamed it, if he, had a hallucination, if the Virgin Mary whispered it in his ear while he was eating lunch at Rosa Lopez's house. I really don't care. But he is just whipped up into a frenzy about it. Guess what, Humper? We just passed it by the panel. They said I was wrong, which I admitted, and you were wrong. The Seminole tribe has told Governor Jeb Bush it wants to negotiate an agreement to have full-fledged traditional slot machines. You liars, you phonies, you bastardos, you. That is just absolutely unconscionable, is what it is. I mean, we knew it was coming, but just to read this in print off the Channel 10 website, it just makes me want to gag. I think we need a gag order. In fact, maybe I'll tell you who needs the Seminoles could use it. I don't want to tell you where they could. Instead of the peace pipe, how about a good... Yeah, that would be good. What do you think?
That would work.
Maybe loan them that
applicator cube
that Rush used to use. The Seminole tribe told our fat-ass governor it wants to negotiate an agreement to have full-fledged traditional slot machines. These are the same people that spent almost $6 million behind the guise of some phony group, No Casinos, Inc. You know, they didn't want to know where the money was coming from. Back in November, to lie and make everybody psychotic and hysterical. The world is going to come to an end as we know it. There's going to be crime. South Florida is going to turn into a toilet.
The sky is falling.
That, too. Good old Chief Thunderthud over there at the Seminoles. The tribe argues that it's entitled to slots because voters statewide and in Broward County have approved slot machines at 4 Broward tracks and High Frontons. You think they're going to be serving Chinese at the Frontons?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's have some wonton at the... The Seminole tribe has electronic bingo machines in its casinos in Coconut Creek, Hollywood, Fort Pierce, Brighton, Immokalee, and Tampa.
Oh, my gosh.
Ersatz, make-believe, electronic bingo machines, phony slot machines. The Miccosukee tribe, which has similar casino west of Miami, asked Bush to begin negotiations just a few days after voters statewide approved the ballot measure in November. With Las Vegas-type slots, the gambler plays against the house. With bingo-type machines, the players at each machine play against each other. Adam in sales, who's one of our 2 good salespeople, we got a good guy. I mean, we got Troy Stratford and Adam. The rest of them, I wouldn't give you a nickel for the whole bunch of them put together. Am I leaving anybody out? Is there any good guy? Huh? No. Right? Am I leaving anybody out?
I don't know. What do you think?
But if you have to think about it that long, the obvious answer is no. So anyway, Adam in sales, this morning we were discussing. He was at the Seminole last night. I was asking him, how is that thing? I still can't, and I'm not going to go there. I don't want to see it. I don't understand how you play bingo first, electronic bingo, and if you have to do that between every play on the slot machine. I mean, it must take you like 7 hours to do like 5. I guess you can't lose as much that way because you have to potchkey around and play bingo first before you can spin the freaking wheels. And I guess the wheels don't even spin anyway. Do they?
I don't know.
What the hell do you know? You guys, first of all, you don't play slot machines, and number 2, neither one of you have been there anyway. Have you ever been there?
To the Hard Rock?
Right.
Of course.
Well, what would you go there for if you're not going to play the slots? They don't have anything else. They got video poker, and they got that.
Well, you'll walk right on through the casino, and you're out into the Paradise section, and got a bunch of bars, and it's good times.
Oh, I see. He goes there to get sloshed is what he goes there for. Oh, that's okay. He's young and foolish. He's eating 16 pounds of meat.
Well, I mean, I don't play slot machines, and the only other thing you can play is poker, which I'm not into. And even if I was, you'd have to.
You're not into poker? Didn't you hear Adam this morning? All the young guys are playing poker because they see celebrity poker on TV. Monkey see, monkey do. So all the young guys now, they're playing poker. It's a thing to do. We're going to go,
Well, very proud of them. But even if I wanted to play, you got to wait like 5 hours to get on a table.
Yeah, you can't get near those tables. Can't get near them. So anyway, the Seminoles want slots for themselves. We want it. We want it. It's bad. It's evil. South Florida's a family-style destination. See, this is a pile of crap. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
In Vegas, remember a few years ago they decided, well, we want more of a family image. You know, it's going to bring in a lot more tourism, and we want people with kids. And, boy, they dropped that like a hot potato. Smart. Because people who gamble and go out there to carouse and booze it up and plunge their guts out, they're not interested in having a bunch of punky little kids running around. They're not interested in sanitizing their image. They want to be a little on the raunchy side, if you pardon my expression, right?
Right.
There you go. Who the hell wants to go to... If you want to go to that, go to Disney World. Go to Disneyland. Or just go to hell, you know? Get out of our face with that crap. All these... I'm tired of goody two-shoes, man. Let's just have a place called Pervert Land for all of us. And let all the other goody two-shoes people just go and hang out wherever they want to hang it out. Like Gary Conduit, while they're busy killing the Jewish broads. Lisa says, I'm a loyal female listener listening online at work. Thanks, Lisa. I would like you to please add Capone's Flicker Light in Hollywood. It's right on the Intracoastal, so you can have a nice view and have great pizza. Thanks, Lisa. Capone's Flicker Light. You got it?
Sure.
What is that? What does that mean, sure? Well, what does that mean? In other words, you don't believe it? Do you think Lisa made it up?
No, not at all.
Then why do you say that? How do you know? Have you ever been there?
No.
Same thing. First he knocks Omaha, now he's knocking Capone's flat. I hope Lisa comes in here and gives you what for, you know? And you probably hope so, too. Pizza Loft's got 82, man, nobody even close. Good old Jeff, you know? We had some good times with him, but that's in the past. He's history. And the fact that he didn't bring your food today, what does that tell you? Doesn't that tell you all you need to know?
Well, he's not listening to you anymore.
What?
He's not listening to you anymore.
Somebody would have, 95% of his clientele in there is our people, okay? Somebody would have gone in there and say, hey, Jeff, Neil's doing a show on Pizza Day. You better get down there and make amends with him. At least bring him some food. Right? Did he do it?
No.
Pizza Loft 82, Mario the Baker 34. Boy, it's Papa John's 27, Casola's 26, Pizza Hut 26. Pizza Hut is the best pizza in Florida? Oh, my God. No wonder they call it a permanent vegetative state. I mean, they make their pizzas in a conveyor belt, okay? Just like Burger King makes their rubber burgers in a conveyor belt, Pizza Hut makes their pizzas on a conveyor belt. Am I right?
You're right.
Yes. Oh, what a thought. Even the Pope is puking from this, or he's just puking in general. DeSalvo's 25, Cazzoli's 22, Steve's in North Miami's 19. Solid. It's really,
rock solid.
Frankie's 19, Pizza Time 19, Godfather 17. Now we're talking, baby. The Godfather. Little Caesar 16, Antonio's 12. Good old Antonio. Mike's 11, Sparrow's has got 11, and Tony's 10. Everybody else single digits. I'm telling you, you ought to call up Tony right now. That would be bad. Huh? And we can rave about how good his stuff is. It really is.
We
Call
can
him
do
up,
without
please.
calling.
Huh?
We can do that without calling.
What do you mean by that?
His stuff is really good.
Call him up and have him bring in some food so he can just sit there and rave about it and drool and, like, you know. No?
Okay, I'll do that at the break.
I mean, the fact that I have to, like, twist your arm, that goes to show you how you pigged out yesterday. That was a disgusting performance. I don't think even I could have matched that.
I thought it was a great
Well, you
performance,
could have
personally.
matched it, yes.
No, I could not. Eating 2 full steaks and all those fries?
And a foot-long sub.
Oh, my God!
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
On 560 QAM.
This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. On Cullendon Lane, Jacksonville, Florida, Chuck Buick finally gave up. Chuck enjoys marijuana, so he decided to accept Paul Harvey's suggestion. He gave up. He went to the phone. He called me. He ordered a bong. Bong, that's a pipe used to smoke marijuana. I want you to hear this carefully because you're thinking about a Valentine's Day present for somebody you love very much. Quote, my marijuana bong arrived Saturday, and after I opened the box, I was in shock. My eyes were locked open wide. My whole house was now a concert hall. I went to the washroom, and even from there, it sounded like a real live lady singing right outside the door. Quote, with heat eating your ears, you're gouging out and tearing loose and pulling apart, gulping air and tasting black. Your windpipe is closing, and you've lost track of which way is out. There's a searing ember down your neck. Search, rescue, ventilate. Somebody's singed a kitten. Quote, I'm listening to all of my old CDs again because I have never really heard them before. Now, for that Valentine's Day gift, it's not too early for you to choose a bong. If you're anything but happy with it, I'll buy it back. To locate your nearest dealer, telephone 1-800-BONG.
From 18 at 560 WQAM. Do you know that, speaking of Jacksonville, they have 7 Godfathers in Jacksonville?
Wow.
Even in Bradenton, which is like Mugwumpville, Bradenton's the size of the beast's foot. There are 3 Godfathers. In fact, you said you lived in Brandon?
I did.
915 Providence Road in Brandon, there's a Godfathers. Castleberry, which is up in the Orlando area, that's where they used to have the dog track up there. And they used to have Seminole Downs, used to be a harness track up there with horse flies the size of bowling balls. Castleberry, they got 2 of them. I mean, it's just, there's something rotten in South Florida. Something really smells very bad.
Well, I got something that's not rotten.
What's that?
You know Frankie's Pizza that's got 20 votes on the poll?
Right.
They're finna bring us a pizza.
All right. Now, you didn't have to call them?
They called here.
Oh!
Still got it.
How do you like that? We
I like
still
it a
got
lot.
it, baby. I mean, back in the day, of course, we'd had like 45 pies up to the ceiling, you know. Of course, back at IOD, we had Flores right up the street. We had Papa John's up the street. Whole different ballgame. Cazzoli's we'd have had some Cazzoli's. Still haven't heard any more about Cazzoli's. I guess, you know, that's from the past. I guess it's kind of passé. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon. And the worst part of this thing with the Seminoles is that Hard Rock Cafe, as you know, like you said with the poker, you can't get near there. Adam was saying that if you valet park, you have to wait 30 minutes, about a half an hour.
About 30, man.
To get your car. That's how I just jamming in there.
No, I know friends that go, and they have to go hours before just to put their name in, and, you know, like, they'll go do whatever and come back. Like, you legitimately got to wait, like, 3 or 4 hours.
To do what?
Just to get on a table.
And what about the slot machines?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you don't care about that. That's for little girls.
You have to wait for slots.
No, there's a lot of slots. I'm sure they're open, you know.
Not Wheel of Fortune.
Well, they ain't got that.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
It's on their billboards, man. I've seen their billboards when I was there. The big billboard, Wheel of Torture. They got it. See, I'm going to tell you now. You heard my story this morning about my day at Woodbine yesterday. That should entice you just a little bit. Not that I want to make you lose all your money, which you will.
What? Because it happened to you, it can happen to me.
Well, did it require any skill on my part?
Well, slot machines don't require any skill.
Exactly. It's luck of the draw, man. Lucky timing. I walked in there. There's one Wheel of Fortune machine open, which is the one that usually kills me. I have a love-hate relationship with that machine. I love it. It hates me. It has been months since I ever did any good on that machine. And bada bing, man. Not one, but two nice jackpots, huh? Doesn't that sound like a pretty decent day?
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
Very nice.
Not bad. Look, I mean, if you want to, just keep going there and getting drunk, that's okay, too.
Yes, it is.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Poppy's Pizza in Lauderhill and Sunrise is not on there. I don't know if when you used to live down there in Plantation Acres, if you ever went down there.
I heard of that. Poppy's.
They're from Buffalo, New York, I believe, actually.
Now, how do you
They're
spell
from
that?
upstate New York.
How do you spell it?
Hey, Neil, one other thing.
Say it again. How do you spell that?
I think it's Poppys.
Okay.
Hey, Neil, one question for you. When they talk about aging beef, when these real fancy steakhouses, what do they actually do? What is the aging process like?
You don't want to know, believe me.
Is it like bacteria and stuff like that?
You don't want to know. You don't want to see it. You don't want to smell it. You don't want to be in those meat hangers. Believe you me. Only Joe Pesci knows what it's like inside of that joint. Have a great day,
One other
pal.
question for you.
Yes, sir.
What is it about New York pizza? They had a TV Food Network thing about best pizzas in the United States, and they found out that the New York pizza, they were talking about the dough and the water they used to make the dough.
See, I know my crap, man. It's the water.
Yeah. All right, Neil.
Thanks.
Love you.
It's the water. It ought to be it, but it's the water.
You said it.
Oh, and there's another place where they make the Sarah's Pizza. Now, I don't know if they're still in business. They make the kosher pizza. That place, it's in North Miami Beach, I believe. It's right there by the Venetian Causeway. 120, what would that be, 5th? See, when you go away, when you're out of touch with reality?
You're out of touch.
Too bad. Yeah, Sarah's Pizza. They make, and we can take it off if they're not there anymore, but that's really good stuff. Very, 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 very good. And it doesn't make you like, run to the throne every 5 minutes.
That's a good thing.
WQAM, hello.
Hey,
yes, sir.
You could get Godfather's Pizza at some of the Hess gas stations. I've been stopping there a lot because they used to have it back where I come from. It's the same pizza. It's just as good. And for good New York style pizza, go down to Old Color Road. It's called Uncle Frank's.
Uncle Frank's?
Good anti-pasta salad and pizza.
Okay.
Have a good day, man.
You too, Pally. Thanks. Uncle Frank's, you got it? They got anti-pasta and anti-Christ. So you got Frankie's coming in. Let's hear it.
You fairy.
You didn't even have to call us, because, that would be bad. Have to call. I mean, we love Brad over there, and they're very good to us at Tony's up on 441 and 193rd, whatever that is. But, a little variety would be there. And maybe Frankie's going to turn out to be sensational. Now, what are they bringing? About 15, 20 pies for Josh? What do you get, Miguel?
No, I guess
I get one.
Huh?
I just ordered a large pepperoni.
Yeah. What about a pizza?
You fairy.
5670560, pound 560. See, anybody goes and gets drunk at the Hard Rock.
What do you mean? There's a whole outside
it's not the Hard Rock itself. It's Seminole Paradise.
It's connected to it. You walk outside.
Oh, it's Paradise.
Yeah,
is that it? It's Paradise. Do they allow a Paradise inside, or is that still prohibited by state? See, the governor can't worry about that right now. He's too busy trying to keep Terry alive. In fact, maybe the governor personally will reinsert that before the day is out because he's so whipped up into a frenzy. Your fat ass governor.
No, he might get arrested if he goes near it.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully. Wouldn't that be great? We'd have a party. We'd have pizzas for everybody. 5670560, pound 560 on a Verizon Singular Wireless line. I wonder if there's pizza at Rosa Lopez's house. Now, what was the deal at her house? It's been so many years I forgot. Was it on a pizza that the Virgin Mary showed? No, it was a tortilla or something. It was the Immaculate Tortilla, some crap like that. WQAM, hello.
Jeff Cohen really needs to rename his veggie pizza the Schiavo special.
Oh. Maybe she could be the state vegetable. What do you say, huh? We got the state flag.
Say who?
Terry Schiavo. She could be the state vegetable. I think he stole my material from days ago. See, one thing about me, when you get to be old and senile like me, you don't remember your old man. In fact, maybe Paulie can start using some more of it. Huh? He could use it, believe me. Speaking of vegetables. WQAM, hello.
Hey, I got one from the Paul. It's called Two Gay Guys Peeing in the
okay, great. WQAM, hello.
Hi.
QAM, yes.
Neil, please.
Speaking.
Oh, hey, Neil. Neil, how about Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza on US 1 in Fort Lauderdale?
Now, that's the name of it?
Yes, Anthony's Coal coal-fired pizza. They cook them in those brick ovens.
Oh, that's the best, man.
They're great. I actually have had Pizza Loft, and I prefer it's a different kind of pizza because they're baking it, but I prefer that kind of pizza over anybody else's. Really, really good.
Okay.
They have waiting lines. They have waiting lines like every day of the week, and on Saturdays you can't even get in the place.
Thanks a lot, Pally.
All right.
See.
Take care.
Let me ask you, did we do the first break? Because I crossed it out, but I remember doing it.
Yeah, you did it.
Are you sure? I did Anthony Caliendo in that break or not?
Yes, you did.
Yes,
no, I did not.
Yes,
You're crazy. I did not do that. I did that 2 hours ago. You're dreaming, man. You just, I don't think you're like, I think you're, the blood sugar levels are just too out of, okay, whatever you say.
Well,
12:27 at 5.
Computer there.
I beg your pardon?
He could tell by looking at the computer.
And what does the computer say?
I definitely played the spot.
And I did the live spot.
I'm going to go with yes.
No.
You've done a live spot before every break, so yes.
You are out of your mind. You're insane. Between the two of you.
Come on. But I remember you doing that when Anthony Caliendo. Yes, absolutely.
I'm not saying a word, okay? He's a good guy. We want his business badly. Hey, IRS tax problems have a way of ruining all the aspects of your life. They take control on you financially, physically, and emotionally. You can never really forget about your IRS problems. They come back every morning when you wake up. CPA Jamie Buchwald and the Buchwald Tax Firm will help end your IRS problems forever and give you back peace of mind. I'll make the Anthony Caliendo, that spot good at the end of this break. We'll do a long break because I didn't do it. That's why other top CPA and law firms refer their clients to the Buchwald Tax Firm when they have problems with the IRS. Why not avoid potential criminal prosecution? Get all on-file tax returns prepared, even if you lost all your records. Now, maybe you have an IRS lien, a wage levy, owe payroll taxes and penalties. Maybe you want to settle for thousands less than you owe, need time to pay. Whatever your deal, the Buchwald Tax Firm will help you out. They offer a free initial consultation, affordable and guaranteed fees, and immediate relief from IRS harassment. And best of all, forget about those pain-in-the-ass meetings with the IRS because the Buchwald handles all meetings and discussions. You don't even have to go. Call them today whether you owe $10,000, $1 million, or anything in between IRS taxes. The Buchwald Tax Firm will get that monkey off your back. Call 954-575-2800. 95, and what's Mrs. Wallace going to do if Precious is really leaving? 954-575-2800 today for your no-obligation consultation, or visit him on the web at irsfreedom.com and stop worrying about the IRS knocking down that front door. 954-575-2800 and get that orangutan off your back.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
Mr. Guy than yours truly. I would have just schlocked it by and pretended I did the spot, but that would be wrong. I did it last hour because she keeps logging in back-to-back hours, you know, the water Nazi who don't make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do it this hour.
Okay.
Hey, I'm sure you're familiar with Anthony Caliendo, the main man at Acceptance Capital Mortgage, so before you call any other mortgage company, let the main man tell you what you don't know. Did you know that most banks only work with 3 different mortgage products?
Oh, my God.
And if your credit's less than absolutely perfect, you're ready to hear the most famous 2-letter word in the English language.
No!
That's the one. If you're not working with the right lender, the chances of getting approved are only 50-50. So do yourself a big favor. Call right now, 1-888-483-LOAN. That's 1-888-483-LOAN. Let the main man, Anthony Caliendo, and his team put you into a mortgage that meets all your needs. Avoid going to the wrong lender or maybe being turned down because you called the wrong number. Call the main man at Acceptance Capital Mortgage toll-free, 1-888-483-LOAN. That's 1-888-483-LOAN. Every time they close a loan, by the way, a portion is donated to kids in distress. So why call anybody else? Avoid the old bait and switch. Get the deal that you're looking for by calling Anthony Caliendo, everybody's main man, 1-888-483-LOAN.
You bitch, you slut, you whore.
The temperature is 0.
You fairy.
It is cold. It is so freaking cold. And I cringe every time the wind blows. In my pants, something is shrinking. I'm so cold I can't lip sync. That's because it's 0, baby.
Increíble.
And I cannot feel my toes. There's a tingling in my fingers, and my private parts are froze. Oh, my nose
about to follow. There's a cloud every time that I call, and my hands are blue. They are turning numb. They might amputate my thumbs.
You fairy.
That's because it's zero, baby. Oh! I can barely move my mouth. Oh no! I'm a red-hot Latin lover. But first I need to be thawed out. Yes, I need to be thawed out. That's because it's zero.
Can you believe that? I'll say for you. We got another one we can actually play. Oh! I had to listen to that during the break just to make sure. Isn't that incredible?
Incredible.
So how many bits have we got now that we can play from the whole DCS?
About 30, man.
That's about it. George and Miguel and Boca Brian at Treasure Island Day, 5 to 7 this afternoon. Stop by to win some heavy-duty prizes, man. You won't believe the crap we're giving away. And enjoy dance specials all night long. And get drunk with Josh. He'll be there. Not. Treasure Island off the Palmetto, just north of the 122nd Street exit. Now, why wouldn't you go there to get drunk? With all your buddies. Huh?
It's far from me.
Just off the Palmetto? You only live in Coral Springs. It couldn't be more than like 45 minutes away. It's a big deal with that. Plus, when you get home at 3 in the morning, I mean, there won't be any traffic. Think about it. Schlep him over there, okay? I mean, I'm tired of him subsidizing those Indians. What? What are you laughing about? I don't know what's funny about that. I mean, these people lied. I mean, just terrified the public out there. They did everything in their power to put a negative spin on that whole thing, and then they won it.
That wasn't bad.
You know what that would be like? That would be like if I sat here and I preached for days and hours and shows on end about the evils of meat and how it's going to clog your arteries and it's going to kill you, and about the poor baby cows, and then I open up a steakhouse. Do you see any difference?
Not really.
Trying to exploit all of this stuff that they were telling you was going to be so evil and horrible and the world was going to come to an end, because they're hazards, man. They want it all for themselves. They don't want just most of it. They want all of it. They want all your money. White man. God. WQAM, hello.
Hi, QAM. My name
Yes, sir.
is Mario, owner of Mr. D's Pizza.
Yes, sir.
I heard you guys got a few phone calls from friends of mine saying that you guys were talking about me this morning.
Right.
And I just was wondering what's up, if I could add any information or answer any questions for you.
So in other words, you'd like a free plug, is that it?
No, actually, it doesn't matter. I mean, the place has been there for 30 years. Obviously, I'd love a free plug.
Well, that would be okay. I mean, you got 6 votes on there. We're doing a poll on what's got the best pizza in the state of Florida, and you got 6 votes. Somebody called it in, and, give yourself a little plug if you like.
I'd love that.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, my name is Mario from Mr. D's Pizza.
That's what you just said, Mario. All right.
And am I in the air now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
See, I picked you up cold, but that, how would you know that, right?
Exactly. I turned off the radio because I don't want any feedback.
Exactly.
But I've been in the place 24 years. The place has been there 35 years. It seems to be doing okay.
Right.
I want to thank my customers for enjoying my pizza.
Well,
I'll try to do the same
where's
thing
it
for you guys.
located, Mario? Give yourself a good little plug here, man.
We're located on Peters Road, and it's considered Fort Lauderdale because we're still unincorporated Broward, but we're right across the street from Plantation. We're on Old Peters Road, just west of 441. Just real close to 441 on the old section of Peters Road.
Right.
So they're considering annexing us into either Plantation or Davie soon. Those are the two toss-ups. We'd like to.
Oh, don't do the Davie one. They'll be double parking their horses right outside your place, Mario.
And you don't want that scent coming through on the pizzas, and maybe I wouldn't get such a great vote.
Let's leave that in Davie where it belongs.
Yeah. Hey, so thank you guys, and then thank you, my customers, for the plugs. I appreciate it. I'll try to do the same thing for you guys for another 20 years.
All right. Good job, Mario. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
How do you like that, huh? Oh! Mario from, what's the name of the joint?
Mr. D's.
Mr. D. Well, how the hell do I know? I mean, there's 85,000 names on here. I'm not paying too much attention. I'm giving now, you guys sound like a good guy who's doing a good job. Mr. D. At least it wasn't Mr. Z, anyway. Thank the Lord. I feel like we just did about a 10-minute break, and now we're doing another one? What the hell is wrong with it? See, that was me. I mean, I was so whipped up into a frenzy when I heard that Frankie's was bringing in pizza. I got so carried away that I just skipped around the rest of the break there, top of the hour. And you weren't paying any attention because you were also whipped up, even though you're denying it. Oh, I ate all that steak yesterday, and I had Howie's. You are going to become gigantic. You're going to become big.
No, I'm not.
Well, just look around you, man. This is the fattest radio station I've ever worked at.
The Beast used to be just like him.
Yeah, that's right. It's 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, the Beast looked like you looked like, yesterday. And then he started working on Hank's show, and oh my God, just blowing up like somebody stuck a bicycle pump up his rectum. Yeah. Oh my God, the poor Beast. Now, Fat Boy, that's another story. When we were at IOD, he was a big cow, and he's still. And don't believe those stories about taking 3 dozen donuts home. He ate them before he got home. Remember the scene in Fatso when he ate all the Chinese food in the car? Or you didn't see Fatso? Either one of you see Fatso?
I have not.
I saw
Oh, and you haven't?
Josh?
No, I said I haven't.
He just said I have not.
Said
Miguel,
I
do I have to call you by name? Miguel?
That's I already answered you. I didn't like the movie.
You didn't like Fatso?
Nah, that's for fat people.
Now, that's true. That is true. Hey, let me tell you right now about something for fat people and skinny people and any people with a brain, and that's Dry Concepts. Boy, these people have been going strong for almost 30 years.
About 30, man.
In South Florida. I bet you there's a zillion carpet cleaning joints that have come and gone during that period of time. Dry Concepts is around because they be the best. I've used them in my homes for over 20 years. I keep telling you that because it happens to be true and because I wouldn't dream of calling anybody else. Even when I had my 2 dogs and my carpets were like touch and go all the time, mostly go, the answer was to have Dry Concepts come in. They dry clean your carpets, no matter how hopeless they may look right now. They leave them looking and feeling and smelling just like brand new. They smell lemony fresh. They dry in an hour and a half to 2 hours. And believe you me, you really can clean today, entertain tonight when you call Dry Concepts. Now, most carpet cleaning companies are notorious for giving you like $5.95 per room scams and then really ripping you off and socking it to you when they finish the job. Not at Dry Concepts. They give you a written guaranteed price up front before they start doing the job, whatever it is for you, whether it's your carpeting, your furniture, your drapery, your area rugs, expensive Oriental rugs, or maybe even all of these things. So give them a call. You'll never be disappointed when you call Dry Concepts in Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. It's a toll-free call, 1-800-248-5071. That's 1-800-248-5071, or on the wicked web, it's dryconcepts.com. That's Dry Concepts, making carpets clean in South Florida since 1979.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM.
What is Plato's retreat?
Once you manage to balance yourself on heels, then you look like a proper lady. Oh, and remember to gap the target.
Tough, where's the fire?
Hiya, pal.
Frank! Now, what's the meaning of this? Can't you see I'm not busy?
It's Boca. He said a word, and I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to...
What word?
He said
Todger. Todger? What does that mean?
I don't know.
All right. Just calm down. Now, I'll call Joyce and get to the bottom of all of this. Oh, Dove.
Yes?
Do you have a quarter?
For what?
It's a pay cell phone.
Sure, here.
Hello, Joyce. Now, look, we have a word that Boca said. We don't know what it means. It's Todger. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay.
What did she say?
Well, she doesn't know either. But we'll stall payment on Boca's invoice another 2 months, just for good measure.
Oh, that's a relief.
Now get up on my desk and pretend you're a chicken again. Oh, I love that. Hey.
It's 12:48, 12:01. We got Mo Howard, David coming along at 2. Mad Dog from 4 to 6:55 because at 5 till 7 we got UMFIU baseball with the unctuous Joe Zagacki. And the Beast. And then 10 o'clock, right after the baseball, we got Eddie K. Here's a fax that says from Don, Jerry's Pizza in Boca. But he says, and very accurately, most Florida pizza blows. I mean, if Florida had like great pizza, take a look. Number 3, or no, what do we got? Papa John's is number 4, which of course is a chain, right? Pizza Hut is right on it's tied. They both have
about 30, man.
Votes, 30 apiece. Let's see, DeSalvo's is also a chain, although not in the same. Godfather's also a different kind of chain. Cazzoli's 23 is a chain, right? Little Caesar's a chain.
Yes.
Sparrow's has 12. That's just I just can't deal with. I can't live with that.
Why?
12 too many for you?
Domino's has 7. Well, at least Sparrow's has more than Domino's. That's good. Why? Because Sparrow's is like industrial strength. It's like rating pizza at 7-Eleven. Remember when McDonald's used to have pizza?
No.
Well, there you go. You see, what do you know about anything? There's either McDonald's or Burger King, and I'm one or the other. I'm pretty sure it was Mickey D's.
We don't know.
When they had pizza. I'm telling you, man, this is a long time ago. It's got to be longer because I was living in Kendall, so it's a million years ago. And they used to have pizza. You go through the drive-thru, and it would take like an extra 3-4 minutes, and they'd heat it up in one of them little, cardboard things, and it was. They claimed it was pizza, and it was caca. Huh?
You lived in Kendall?
Sure.
Where?
107th.
And? Kendall?
I lived right up and down the street. I lived in Four Quarters Habitat at once upon a time. I lived in Horizons, and then I lived on a corner there. I bought a place, a condo, a townhouse.
How about that?
I forget what the hell the name of the joint was, but what there is, I lived up and down 107th between Kendall Drive and Sunset. And that was a zillion years ago, and you still couldn't drive. It was still congested. It was still pathetic. Nobody still spoke any English. And now take a look at it. You go, because I don't want to go.
No, 107 sucks.
Congested to beat the band. You couldn't get anywhere. So I just got out and moved to prestigious Pembroke Pines, which was definitely a step in the right direction. You know what I mean? North. Go north, young man. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines. I think Miguel and Hank are probably the last two holdouts, and Hank's all the way up in Aventura. He's getting close to Broward. He's getting real close. Now, where do you live?
I'm down by Coral Way.
Oh, my God, like I said. And you wonder why this man is so isolated from what's really going on in the rest of town? By Coral Way? Holy Toledo.
Increíble.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
All right.
You guys are getting Frankie's, man. That stuff is a shit, man.
Yeah, well, we'll find out, okay? I'm glad you like it. Like he's going to... And it's not there yet, by the way?
It's not here yet.
Well, let's go. Come on, Frankie's, let's go, baby. Of course they had, Cook Special, the chef Cook Special for you.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
sure,
like
Frankie
Mo Green
is
said.
making it himself.
Like Mo Green said, the chef Cook Special, the girls will knock your eyes out, all of that stuff. And you know what else he said, don't you?
What's that?
Do you know who I am? I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
He said it really wasn't worth stalling around all that long, and I think he had a good point. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Two pizza places. First one is chain basically in Broward, I think. Big Louie's.
Big Louie, okay. I remember.
And the guy said that Capone's, it's called the Flicker Light. The only thing really nice about it, other than the greasy pizza from Chicago, it's on the water.
Okay. Well, you can always throw it in the water if it's really bad. Now, see, she said, the woman that called before about that place, Capone's Candlelight joint, is that it was the Chicago style. So it is thick, and it's going to be greasy because that's the way they make it. That's what you love about Chicago pizza. Now, Godfather's, like I tried telling you before, even though you don't want to hear about it because you're sick and tired of hearing about it, Godfather's is thick, but it's not greasy. It's a different product. Farstuzzi? Susie? Got it?
So somebody faxed over a menu from somewhere.
From what?
It's a pizza menu.
A pizza menu from where?
That's what I don't know.
Oh. Well, no, probably one of our... Let's see. It says, you knuckleheads, it is Anthony's Coal-Fire Pizza on US 1, about a mile north of 595 on the west side of the road. This is from Paul, who's getting really pissed off. I was hoping no one would call in their name since it's so... Oh, I see what he's upset about. It's difficult to get in there. Do we have it on there, Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza?
Yeah, it's on there.
Well, this guy, Paul, he's upset because now the public is going to know about it, and they're going to, infest this place and go in there because it's really great, and he's not going to be able to get a table.
Oh,
well, too bad, Paul.
So sorry. He wrote...
Yeah, tough tootie, man.
Look what he wrote. Look on the poll.
Oh, what Josh wrote?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
You fairy.
He writes on there, Anthony's Cold Fire. One word, Cold Fire. You know, there's nothing like a cold fire. Just stick your hands over it, man. Watch the skin peel off. Oh, that's a nice cold fire.
It's supposed to be cold.
Maybe just stick Josh's head in it for a while, see if it helps. It's coal, C-O-A-L, coal. You know, like black coal, coal fire pizza. 2 words. Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza. Can you handle it?
Coal fired.
Yeah, now that you mention it, Donald Trump will be in there in a minute. That's a good question, a good poll. Well, who's going to show up first, Donald Trump or our friends with the pizza from Frankie's? Ron from Hollywood says, I'm from Chicago. Capone's Flicker Light Pizza sucks, he says. They wouldn't be in business there in Chicago. Also, he says, Conca de Ora on the Circle does have great pie. The son is the owner of Fulvio's, or is that Fulvio's? Fulvio's on Harrison and 19th Avenue opened a restaurant called Luce, L-U-C-E, Luce. The doors, 2 doors west of his dad's place, they have a great Neapolitan pizza, thin, and a Luce special that's got thin slices of tomato instead of sauce. Oh, I like that. That sounds pretty damn good, doesn't it? Luce, which is right kitty corner down from a Fulvio's. Got those? We got Luce on there, L-U-C-E?
Got it.
Okay. I don't want to overburden you now because, but you might want to work a few calories off before Frankie shows up with those big, heavy pies. All 7 or 8 that you're schlepping home. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. On a really momentous Wednesday. I think this is the day we kind of turn the food corner, turn to the food court. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I heard you saying Frankie's was going to be delivering. Is that the one on Hallandale Beach?
Is it what?
The Frank's on Hallandale Beach Boulevard. I'm sure you're probably familiar with it.
I got 2 people on hold here. What the hell am I doing?
Hello?
What'd you do over I'm there? Trying to get rid of these people, and I can't get rid of them. I got 15 lines on hold now. Why is that?
Neil.
Here, let's get rid of him. Well, I apologize, but I screwed up, okay? I meant to get rid of that other one, and then I wound up putting him on hold. Sorry. Hey, listen, I can't be prefect, man.
You can put them all on hold if you want.
I know we did. QAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got a pizza joint for you in Miramar, on Miramar Parkland, like 68th Avenue, called Antonio's.
Antonio's. I bet it's on there already.
It's on there already?
It's got 13 votes.
Okay, bye.
Thanks. Well, at least he was short and sweet to the point. He's happy. We pacified him. We got 13 on there. How's what's it called? Frankie's there yet?
Not yet.
Now we want an honest opinion, okay? I mean, anytime people bring food in there, if they're not a sponsor, if they're a sponsor, we're going to lie for them. But if not a sponsor, we're going to just tell like it is, right?
That's what we'll be doing.
So that's why it's taking them a little bit extra time because this particular one they're going to make really good.
You're listening to Neil Rogers on 560 QAM.
Hi, all my favorite Republicans. This is Matt Drudge, and it's time for the... Excuse me, I'm floating. It's time once again for the Neil Rogers...
1 to 2.
Hour.
You cannot wear those low riders. Low riders better pull your pants higher. Low riders gonna get a lesson. Arrest you for crack possession.
Rectum.
Hey. $50 fine is a real bummer. Gonna be hard on all the plumbers. Low riders are a little too edgy. Break the law for having a wedgie.
Absolutely.
People think it's wrong if you show your thong for the whole world to see. They don't think it's right to show your tidy whites. Better get a good attorney.
It's 101 at 560 WQM. Don't forget Treasure Island, 5 to 7 this afternoon. Be there or be over at the Seminoles getting drunk with Josh.
By the way, Tony's brought us a pizza anyway.
Well, that's good. So there's one for you and one for Miguel.
All right.
Thanks, Tony's. Thanks, Brad. See, I told you they're great folks, and I bet you that probably Frankie's will be right on their ass pretty soon. They better be. Does Frankie's actually have an idea what's going on here, like the show ends at 2? Are they...
We hope so.
We hope so. Well, who had the discussion with them? Who spoke to them?
Well, I guess they called the front desk, and they were relaying to me, what do you want?
Oh, don't tell me they talked to that thing out there.
No, they talked to Noslin.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, seriously. But no, so I just told them to bring a large pepperoni, and that was it.
Yeah. They probably thought it was Carlos they were talking to, because he also asked for the same thing. Let's see. Here's a fax that says, the best pizza is at Sir Pizza on Key Biscayne. Thanks. Hill. Is that Hillary, I wonder? Hill. Maybe Hillary wants it. Sir Pizza. Now, years ago, it can't possibly be the same Sir Pizza, can it? I know the one at Key Biscayne's been there forever. But there was a Sir Pizza, real close to Shakey's in Tampa on Dale Mabry years ago. And I think that changed. That was part of it. I don't know. We'll find out. Here's a fax from Jay in Atlanta who says, play more Geldy bits. Oh. How's that, Jay? How about... There you go. Play more Geldy bits. God. Well, he's in Atlanta. What do you expect? They ain't got much going on there. A couple of shootings. Although they're going to find the Lord. Boy, that guy's sure making the rounds that's peddling that phony baloney religion book. The Power of Bullcrap. The Power of Religion Ripping Off the Public. Whatever that thing is called. Unbelievable. He's everywhere. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Key Beach Kid resident. Let me tell you, I do not think Sir Pizza's the best pizza in the world at all, man. It's a little bit too cardboard for me.
Okay.
But I was wondering if you were able to catch that Tom Sizemore interview on Geraldo's show.
About what?
Supposedly, I think Sizemore, you know, the actor, he got caught with crystal meth or something.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to jail for sure. And he was crying, and it'd be funny to get that bit. It's pretty much Tom Sizemore crying on Geraldo.
Okay, I'll see if we can find it, and then we'll get that broad that's got that package. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless lines. The one who's a T-shirt and jeans kind of girl. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, you ever have pizza with from under cheese?
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I want to talk to Neil.
Speaking.
Yeah, Neil, at the Aqueduct in the 6, there's a horse called Wildly. He's facing claimants for the first time, and he's stretching out to 7.
Okay, well, listen, I'm real happy for you. Plunge your guts out.
Wow.
There's a horse in Aqueduct in the 5th race. His name is Wally. He's facing maiden for the first.
A little late there in the lane, but Lady Peyton finished well. 2 starts back, had every chance, however, lost to a Van.
Yeah, when we start talking horse racing on this show, that'll be a real tip-off that retirement is only moments away. Okay, sir? Oh, my God. Oh, no. And oh, jeez. And right on the heels of that incoherent loser, here's a fax from no less than Tim Potts. Oh. Now, it doesn't mean anything to you guys. If George was here today, he'd be on the floor heaving right now. He'd be having the heebie-jeebies. Tim Potts. Every time you think you get rid of one of these clowns, they're back again. Neil, is Tony's the Tony's place in PSN? Well, what is PSN?
I have no idea. I was hoping you'd tell me.
I have no idea what that is. The place makes great pizza. I don't think it's the place you're referring to. If not, put them on the list. I have no idea what PSN stands for. None.
Palm Springs North?
Oh, sure. How Pizza Hut could get more votes than Tony's Place? First of all, Tony's Place isn't on here. It's obviously not. Tony's we're talking about is on 441, just up the Hershey Highway a little bit from the radio station, okay? It's right like neighbors to us. Okay, Tim? Then he goes on to say, Pizza Hut makes crappy pizza. No. Also a place in Miami Shores, Z Pizza, a little hole in the wall, but they make pretty good. He fits right in with that guy that just called before about the horse in the 6th race. Maybe that was Tim. WQAM, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good.
Calling up about the pizza places.
Okay.
There's Mario the Baker. I want to get them on the list. Up in North Miami.
They're number 2. They are on the list. They're number 2. They're just right behind. They're way behind Pizza Loft, but they're number 2.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much, Mario the Baker, for your fodder. It's good. It's very good. They got. I'll tell you what they have there. It's really good. Is garlic rolls. Oh man, just dripping in garlic. They are incredible.
I thought you don't like bread.
I never said I don't like bread. I'm diabetic. I can't eat bread. Don't you understand when you're diabetic? See, that's a good word of warning for a punk like you.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that if you're going to start getting fat, and even teenagers now are getting type 2 diabetes. That's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? You can be a smart ass all you want, and I can do whatever the hell I want, and the fact of the matter is when you get diabetes, you have to... For example, I'm talking about pizza today. Do I eat pizza? No. In fact, if you'll notice, when I'm there, and like when our good friend, our former friend Jeff used to bring in pizza, or Tony, I would, with a fork, I would eat the toppings. I would not eat the crust. Why? Do I like the crust? Yeah. Can I eat the crust? No. Because it sends my blood sugar skyrocketing. It says tilt on my little machine when I eat it. I can't eat it. I mean, you can eat a little bit of bread, but not really, not supposed to when you have diabetes. So I'm just telling you all the things that you have to sacrifice when you become a type 2 diabetic. Got it?
Got it.
No, you don't.
You're right, I don't.
Huh?
You're right, I don't.
Okay. Just like the beast there. All these people in denial. Just like the humper. There's another example. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He didn't have diabetes. Well, guess what? Guess what he's got?
Are we comparing me with the Beast? And
I'm not comparing you with anybody. I'm just giving you a little friendly word of warning, okay? Because the last couple of days, you sound like you're so food-intensive, you may burst, okay?
I eat a lot.
They may have to start feeding you through a
tube
if you keep this up. You may have to borrow Terry's
tube
pretty soon.
She's not using it.
That's for sure. Although Pat Mahoney would sure like to get a hold of that
tube.
Yeah, I wish he would disappear in it. In fact, wish he would go down the
tube.
Right. Along with Rush, speaking of...
Tube!
Yeah. I'm just telling you, I know people don't like being preached to, but just most people aren't aware of that. They think, well, diabetes, okay, you have to take insulin or some pills. Yeah, but you also have to give up all these foods that you love. Now, I'm not a big bread person, thank goodness. I can live without bread, but I do like great garlic rolls. I don't eat them anymore, but, back in the day...
It's good stuff.
It is great stuff. Mario the Baker happens to have fabulous garlic rolls. Sensational. Just dripping in garlic. Oh, God.
Yummy.
5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How's it hanging?
All right.
All right. Hey, Neil, best pizza place in Kendall at the Town and Country Center, Two Brothers Pizza, right by the movie theater there.
Well, somebody mentioned that before, Two Brothers. Now, I wonder if that was the same Two Brothers that had the place up on 441 that shut down years ago. That used to be great.
It's not. It's not the same place. They used to be inside the Town and Country Mall years ago.
Right.
Now they moved outside, right by the, literally right next to the movie theater, outside there in the outside area.
Okay.
Fantastic, real Italian pizza. Excellent.
All right. Okay, thanks, Pally.
Thanks, Neely.
Two Brothers in Kendall. You got it? Got it.
But from another convalescent center, just talking about Michael Schiavo and...
Let's not say we did. We are Schiavo to death, okay? Just keep that out of there. And these crazy people out there, and there really aren't all that many of them, It's the same old fetus-squeezing, anti-science, stem cell-hating, embryo-licking, the same lunatics. Always the same crowd.
What's with all the signs, anyways?
Well, what do you expect? What else have they got to do? They got no life. Free Terry.
Free Terry.
Oh, okay, let her loose. That's a good idea. Free her. Let her out in the yard and see what she does, okay?
Let her roam.
Since the brother is going on there about how active and vibrant she is and singing. Did you see any of the tape? I'm sure you must have, where they showed somebody talking to her and trying to get her attention, like, oh no, over here, Terry, and she, her head keeps flopping around. Her cerebral cortex is almost all water. The part of your brain that has the thinking function, it doesn't even exist anymore. It's not going to make some kind of a spontaneous comeback, okay? So all of these people who want to stick their nose in other people's private lives, and the fact that the parents are encouraging this, that to me is it's outrageous. It's just outrageous. I mean, if they want to fight their own personal battle, and they have been, that's their business. But appealing to all of these other people in the federal government and the state government to interfere, outrageous is what it is. Here's a fax that says, Tony's... Oh, you're right, Palm Springs North. Well, I'm sorry, you folks in Palm. We don't know from PSN, okay? It sounds like some kind of a religious TV network, PSN, with Jan and Paul Crotch. PSN, Palm Springs North, Tony's is the best I've tried, and I've had other Tony's. PSN stands for Pot Smoking Neighborhood. Oh, okay, great. Says Cliff. Okay, so what is it called? Tony's what? Because I threw the other one away. Schmidt canned it.
Tony's and PSN.
Tony's and PSN. Got it. Pot Smoking Hood.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560.
It's Steakhouse in Miami town.
Absolutely.
At 560 WQAM.
You fairy.
Gelby, talking on a sports show, trying to be macho. Your voice sounds just like a 7-year-old girl, a little sports hole shill. What else are you there for? Gelby, talking like a baby who needs a little training. Why can't you understand? You don't sound like a man. Remove the rubber band that choke your scrotum. Gelby, You're lucky management don't care. 'Cause Geldy, you don't belong there on the air. And Geldy, the sports can wait till your voice cracks. 'Cause anyone who sounds like that should find another job. And they should only take you back when both your BBs drop. Oh, Geldy, Geldy, when you gonna grow up? You make us want to throw up. You silly squeaky boo, go to broadcasting school. Your prepubescent voice makes you sound like a putz.
You fairy.
You're a putz.
Yes.
You're a putz. You're a
Are you sure?
117. How's the Frankies coming? Did they show up yet?
No, not yet.
Well, somebody maybe gave them bad directions if you didn't speak to them. Right?
I'm sure Noslin knows where the station is.
Oh, that's right. It was Noslin. I was thinking it was, you know what, the thing. And what about, and you got Brad there already with Tony's, right?
Right.
So you got a little something to start on while you're waiting. Kind of cleanse your palate. Carolyn faxes and says, P.S. that I think is a Pensacola. Palm Springs North, we didn't know either, Carolyn, so don't feel too bad. Unless you want
I knew.
to. You did know?
I said it.
Well, big deal. Well, what do you know about Palm Springs North? What do you know about Palm Beach County, huh? Nothing. When's the last time you were in Palm Beach County? You ever go to Boca?
I've been there.
You ever go to New York Prime with Mo?
He hasn't invited me yet.
On Comedy Central last night, Jon Stewart played a Rick Sanchez, do it in Arg and It Hurts tape, and it was hysterical. Played it again in slow motion, even funnier. Says Carol, that's good. I wonder if they talked about the guy that died in the front of the stadium that Rick hit. A woman who lives 4 miles south of Tampa International Airport claims she was sprayed by fuel dumped from a jet flying low over her neighborhood. Sounds like a good lawsuit, Vicky. The accusation was denied by both airport and federal officials. Vicki Morris, 51, a real estate agent, said she was on her daily walk Monday night when the alleged incident occurred. She said she heard a whooshing sound consistent with a plane hovering overhead and then felt a mist accompanied by a strong fuel odor. It was like somebody had poured kerosene to start a fire, said Morris, who said she had difficulty breathing and experienced tingling of her skin and scalp after the incident. Sounds like a big, fat lawsuit to me. Airport spokeswoman Brenda Gagan said there was no emergency that would have forced the jet to dump its fuel Monday night, and FAA spokeswoman Kathleen Bergen concurred. There was no emergency declared, no authorized dumping of fuel in the area of Morris's claim, Bergen said. Morris said she went through 3 bottles of air freshener. I bet you Josh was going through 3 bottles of booze while she was going through 3 bottles of air freshener while battling the scent, which was still slightly detectable in the neighborhood early Tuesday. I just want to tell you, the last guy that we had that was incoherent, look what happened to him on the show.
What happened to him?
The last one of your people. What do you mean? What happened to him?
Hola.
Yeah, that one. Jet fuel is a known carcinogen that causes irritation to eyes, nausea, headaches, and lightheadedness. No, the only reason George scraped the other one up off the floor is because he felt responsible, because he's the one who brought him in there, number one, and number two, it was one of his people. You know?
That was his boy.
What is it?
That was his boy.
That was his boy, which he would deny right now vehemently and vigorously, but that was his not so fair-haired boy. I don't have that. Hola. I don't have that.
Hola.
Yeah, I don't have it. So play it a few times.
Hola.
In between that and
Cube.
5670560. In fact, maybe that's why he passed out on the floor. Maybe he was like inhaling something out of a long
Cube.
Right.
That's what it was.
WQAM. Hello.
Neil, how you doing, guys?
Pretty good.
You had mentioned Frankie's doing the delivery earlier.
Yeah.
Is that the Frank's on Hallandale Beach Boulevard?
I have no idea. Is it?
I don't know if you're familiar with that one. It's really like an old-style place. Really good pizza.
Okay. Well, we're holding our breath. We're waiting for him to show up.
Okay. Also, have you heard anything about this Gary Fisher guy and his diatribes against us, against the Yidlach?
Gary Fisher?
Yeah, the guy who's been looking at the chessboard too long.
No, Bobby Fisher, not Gary
Bobby,
Fisher.
I'm sorry.
Bobby Fisher.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's with that guy?
Anti-Semite, crazy person.
He's a mashugana, man.
Exactly. Well, Chobman Dred, as they say in China. Good luck to you, Pally.
All right,
okay. And back at you. Dos vidania. Totsiens, Dewey, Ciao. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines. Let's take a peek at the pool because the number one spot is already locked down. Pizza Loft, Jeff Cohn, we put him on the map. We made him lots and lots of money, and then man, he let us loose like turning on a rat, right? Didn't he? Like a cornered rat, huh?
He dropped it.
It's okay. We can handle it. We're still fumbling our way along, Jeff. Pizza Loft 101, Mario the Baker 42, Casola's Pizza 36, Steve's 34. Of course, it was Rimmer's fault. See, Rimmer's the one that did it. Papa John 33, Pizza Hut 32, DeSalvo's 31, Frankie's 29. Frankie's doing pretty well. Well, I bet you're just dying to find out how good their pizza is, aren't you?
Literally, yes.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Pizza Time 29, Godfather's 27, Cazzoli's 24, Little Caesar's 18, Antonio 17. Antonio. You know, the woman who plays Pilar, I know you don't watch either one of you, of course, because it would be not the manly thing to do, a soap opera Passion, which is really a comedy, not a soap opera. But the woman who plays Pilar on air, who's got the two sons, well, she had three sons, Luis and Miguel and Antonio. And, of course, Antonio was in a plane when it got blown up. But she's the best. She's just great. Great actress. She's from Miami, by the way. I just mentioned that.
Okay.
Pilar. She's fabulous. Anyway, I bet you we got a couple of people that watch the Passions in the show, maybe 3 or 4. And if not, you're missing out. I keep telling George that, even if it's just to see Sheridan.
Looks like
Antonio 17, Sparrow 14. That is puke-inducing, man. Who's Jessica Sierra?
Chance to perform again.
More bling-bling
more
for
record
Fox,
deals.
right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another way to talk about Simon.
Oh, is she another fake idol person? Is that it?
Guess so.
Sparrow 14, Pizza Rustica 13, which I hear is pretty damn good. John the Baker 13, Tony's 12, The Big Cheese 11, Miami's Best 11, Mike's 11, Domino's 10. Oh, my God, even Fats Domino's upchucking from that all over the piano keys. God. The Lovin' Oven 9. Hungry Howie's has got 9. How do you like that, Josh Cordes? Hungry Howie's has got 9.
Well, he went over to the front desk.
Oh. Well, did the food come?
Looks like.
Wow, Frankie's is here. Let's hear it. Oh. All right, that would be great. Of course, how am I going to know? Because, I mean, he's got, you know, you'll have to taste it, too. Although your taste ain't so great either.
Wow, look at all this stuff.
What, you got all this stuff?
Whole bunch of stuff coming in.
This has been really something. And the best part of it is I'm not going to get fat by all the food coming in because I'm not eating any of it. Although I'm doing a good job getting fat right here, just listening to it. Hungry Howie's 9, Vito's 8, Ciro's 7, Mr. D's 7, who called in. Nice guy. That was that guy's name?
Say again, I'm sorry?
The guy from Mr. D that called in. What that was his name?
Mr. D?
Nah, you're worse than I am. What's your excuse? I'm a doddering old man.
With the pizza in front of me now.
Ah, get out of here. You guys. Anyways, Vito or something like that. Enzo, the baker. Okay. What am I looking at? The Big Cheese. I already did that. See, I'm skipping around here. It's your fault. Anthony's Coal-Fired 6, Amici 6, Umberto's 5, Capone's Flicker Light 4, Times Square 4, Mazzola's 4, Brooklyn Boys 4, Amore's 4, Wise Guys 4, Jerry's 3, Red Rock 3, Nick's 3, Mama's 3, Mamma Mia's 3, Marino's Pizza 3, Poppy's 2, Villa Rose 2 in Hollywood, okay, whatever you like. Del Vecchio's 2, Sir Pizza's got 1, Uncle Frank's 1, Papa Piccolo's 1, Esposito's 1, Hot Sobe 1. Pogies has got 1, and Tony's in Port, whatever that is, PSN don't have any yet. 2 brothers, 0, Luce none, Sarah's none, Jano's none, and Franco's none. Out of almost 700 votes. Now, how's that? What do you got there?
Well, we got a bunch of pizzas. Let me give them a plug.
Okay, a bunch of pizzas. Now, the audience wants to know just what's going to happen. How many is a bunch? You got the one from Tony's there from Brad.
We got 4 pizzas here from Frankie's.
Total. 4 from Frankie, so that sounds like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Cinque.
Right, well, we threw the other one
Cinque pizza.
We weren't going to eat it, you know?
Yeah.
So let's just take care of that. But we got 4 from Frankie's, 92nd Ave and Bird Road, right?
Right.
So thanks to them.
50 years.
Oh, so
they've been there 50 years, so they've been there.
That's not the one in Hallandale like I was talking about.
No,
this one's. I know of that one. That one is supposed to be fantastic. Every time we've ever talked about pizza, they get calls. They've been there 50 years.
Well, we got them.
Well, let's hear it. I want to hear you bite into a slice, both of you, Frankie's pizza. What do you got, Pappy Rooney? Well, if you got 4, there must be more than just Pappy Rooney. What do you got?
Half-baked pizzas, too.
Well, you got some, in other words, to take home.
They ship them around the world. This is the big deal, pizza place.
Really?
Around 50 years, you know?
I wonder if they ship to Canada, eh? Wouldn't that be great? Because the pizza here is from Hungary, man. It is just crap. It's almost criminal to call what they serve as pizza here pizza. It's just garbage.
There's no good pizza up there?
I haven't found any. Not that I eat it, but I mean, once in a while I'll,
they want to
cheat
ship
a
you
little
some
bit.
pizza, they say.
Huh?
They want to ship you some pizza.
Do they really?
So you can eat the toppings.
No, thanks. No, that's a bad. Tell them I appreciate it very much, but it's a bad idea. Well, I'll be down there very soon anyway. I'll be down there very soon. They can bring some in then. We can have a feeding frenzy and give me a massive stroke right on the air. How's that sound? Huh?
All right.
Mo can come in and watch that happen. I'm sure he'll dance up and down and put his hands in his pants pockets. 27 after 1 at 560 WQM. Spring is here, and now is a great time to get on down to Armstrong Ford Homestead for some great deals on new 05s. Right now, get behind the wheel of a Focus or Escape with $2,000 cash back from Ford and 0%, let me say it again, 0% financing. How about an exhibition with $3,000 cash back, 1.9% financing? Check out the 05 four-door Explorer right now at Armstrong Ford of Homestead. You get $2,500 cash back and 1.9% financing. And don't forget, only when you buy from our friends at Armstrong Ford Homestead will you get this unbeatable deal. They give you their exclusive tires, parts, and batteries for life program, plus a free Florida Sun Pass. What the hell is not to like? Armstrong Ford is proud of their servicemen and women, too, and if you're in the military, or if you have a relative in the military, no matter if it's active duty, reservist, National Guard, or Coast Guard, you'll get that military appreciation discount, too, from Armstrong Ford. David Rich and the staff guarantee you the best price in town, and they'll treat you fantastic because being locally owned and operated, they want to make you a customer for life. Armstrong Ford Homestead, 30725 South Dixie Highway, just 20 easy minutes south of the 836, and well worth the drive. Check them on the web, ArmstrongCars.com. Give David or Victor a call, 305-247-5112, 305-247-5112. But better yet, drive a little extra and save thousands on that new Ford only at Armstrong Ford of Homestead.
You're listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560. Rogers. If you like to eat a lot, oh yeah. If you like to eat a lot, oh yeah. Then you gotta like Neil a lot. Gotta like Neil a lot. Gotta like Neil a lot. We like to eat a lot. We like to eat a lot. We like to eat a lot. We like to burp a lot. We sure burp a lot. If you like to burp a lot, we like Neil a lot. Then you like Neil a lot. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh Neil. We like to eat a lot. We like Neil a lot. We like to eat a lot. We like to eat a lot. We like to burp a lot. We like to burp a lot. We like to burp a lot. Oh, let's burp a lot. And we never do.
133, 2702 at QAM. Okay, so how is it?
It's good. It's delicious. And by the way, I don't want to do the show anymore. I've never eaten so much in my life.
Really?
It's just this one.
Only one more day.
Good Lord.
Well, okay, but look at the service you're doing. Can you imagine if the Beast had been working this week?
Oh, man.
If Clarence's boyfriend would have been working, they'd had to carry him out. They'd had to stick the right in his ear.
The steaks and the pizza, it might have killed him.
It's out of control.
Yeah, that would have put him over the edge. The Beast. Poor little waddling fool. Remember that song, Poor Little Fool, by Ricky Nelson? That was about the Beast.
It might be sitting in this seat that I want to eat so much.
Now, did they bring anything beside pizza or just 4 pizzas?
No, just pizza. Good stuff, though. It's real thick, you know, so I like
Really?
it. Yeah.
Ooh, sounds fantastic. So, in other words, there are a couple there that you could, take home because they're half-baked and you can finish them off in the oven?
Right.
This is the week that Josh Cordes officially became part of the Neil Rogers Show, okay? Once you start talking with your mouth full and you're picking out on free food, then you know you're in. Cannoli Kitchen in Boca, awesome pizza. Just had a slice with tomato slices, basil, mozzarella squares, and red dried peppers. Says Alex. Also a woman listener. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Alex. Cannoli Kitchen in Boca. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
I realize you can maybe type and eat at the same time. Also, as far as Terry Schiavo says, Alex, death is a natural part of living. What happened to dying with dignity? That's why I'm volunteering at the hospice they have. They have the right idea. Nice going, Alex. Good work. Oh, look at this. This is a great story from Sky News. Those silly Brits. From Ed in Fort Lauderdale. Thanks, Ed. A factory worker has been killed after being sucked into an industrial sausage grinder. Oh, no. 2 of the men's colleagues watched as their workmate was minced in the giant machine. He was minced.
You fairy.
It is thought the 40-year-old Norwegian man was sucked into the meat machine, but it's possible he toppled from his workstation above it. The victim, whose name has yet to be released, died instantly. Police in Oslo, that's in Oslo, Norway, eh? The silly Wegians, where the accident happened, said, we don't know what caused the accident, but it's possible that a vacuum built up in the grinder. Maybe the cube had a little bit too much suction on it, you think? Authorities have launched a formal investigation. It's expected to concentrate in particular on the grinder's safety mechanism.
Cube!
Yeah. Wow. Sucking a little bit too hard. Well, there you go. Sad. You know, I got to play, because I keep playing that one drop. Where the hell is it? Here it is.
This is Rush Limbaugh, servant of humanity, talk show host, hemorrhoid sufferer. Folks, at over 300 pounds, I know the agony of this kind of dilemma. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you there's help. With new Preparation Rush and my Rush to Excellence suppositories. Now you can end the pain and itching of hemorrhoidal tissue. Just look for my picture on the box of suppositories and the applicator tube. Another fine product from OIB, the Obesity in Broadcasting Network. Applicator tube. Tube.
Okay, calm down. Pop a couple more. That boy. 24 till 2 at QAM. This is disgusting. Speaking of him and all the other fascists we have running America now, the Federal Elections Commission has begun considering whether to issue new rules on how political campaigns are waged on the Internet, a regulatory process that's expected to take months to complete, but that's already generating considerable angst online. The agency is weighing whether and how to impose restrictions on a host of online activities, including campaign advertising and politically oriented blogs. Election officials are reluctantly taking up the issue after losing a court case last fall. The FEC, which enforces federal election law, had issued scores of regulations delineating how the campaign finance reform legislation adopted in 2002 ought to be implemented. But obnoxious Representative Chris Shays of Connecticut and Martin T. Meehan of Massachusetts, who sponsored the legislation, complained that many of those rules were too lax, and they successfully sued to have them rescinded. The Commission must now rewrite a number of those directions, including ones that left online political activities virtually free from government regulation, which, of course, is the way it ought to be, the way it ought to be. The government has about as much business regulating online as they do in Terry Schiavo's
Cube.
Right. We're almost certainly going to move from an environment in which the Internet was per se not regulated to where it's going to be regulated in some part, said FEC Commissioner David M. Mason, a Republican. That shift has huge significance because it means that people who are conducting political activity on the Internet are suddenly going to have to worry about, or at least be conscious of, certain legal distinctions and lines they didn't used to have to worry about. How do you like that? I'm telling you, pretty soon their tentacles and their testicles are going to be everywhere you look. They're going to be all over the place. There's no stopping them. Crazy people. They're running America, man. They've taken it over. They got their finger on it. Look at the way the Pizza Loft is bearing the competition. Is that quite a tribute to this show?
Yes.
I think it's more of a tribute to us than it is like to Jeff. I mean, Jeff's pumping the stuff out there, He's pumping it out. Pizza Loft 106. Got a huge loyal following thanks to yours truly.
Oh, God.
Mary the Baker 43. Casolas. Now, what the hell is that? Casola, C-A-S-O-L-A. Casola's 38. Must be great. Steve's in North Miami 35. Even the Humper loved that. He don't be eating any pizza, by the way. Don't leave any food laying around that Hank might eat in the morning. Oh, that's right. He won't be there. He's going to be at the Crystal Palace in the Bahamas. Doing a show next 2 mornings.
Yeah, man.
Probably pigging out. Although I will say that a couple of times I was over there, boy, the food is just, oh, wow. Woo! I'd rather eat at Morrison's. I would rather gum my food at Duff's.
Really?
Morrison. Oh, the food in the Bahamas. Now, that's quite a while ago. That's a long time ago. Maybe they cleaned up their act, but I sure doubt it, And won't that be great once we have the slots at the Fort Parimutuel sites? Because then a lot of people won't have to keep schlepping over there to be treated like crap, to be treated like human garbage, which is generally the way it seems to have. Everybody I talk to tells me the same thing. Now, the Humper likes going over there because he can plunge his guts out. It's a freebie. They probably wine him and dine him and God only knows what else, right?
Yeah, they treat us great at the Crystal Palace.
Oh, you've been over there?
Many times.
With the Humper?
Yes.
Well, how come I don't know about that?
He was his producer before he was yours.
Oh, that's why he called you in there this morning to ask you if you got lucky over there. Now, he wasn't talking about gambling either.
No, he wasn't.
Sounds really pornographic and disgusting. What kind of a show is he running there in the morning anyway? For crying out loud.
Listening to Neil Rogers exclusively on 560 QAM. Big Show. This is Talon News with Jeff Gannon, the White House Press Corps' most trusted name in journalism.
Hi, Jeff Gannon here with your top or bottom of the hour right-wing brown eye lowdown. Christians rejoice. It's Rapture Mania. Fearless leader Bush says in a White House memo written by Andrew Card that God spoke to him last night about the rapture. After reassuring fearless leader that it won't matter how bad things get, we're all gonna die anyway. He added that after taking a closer look at fat, pasty, redneck Christian morons, he decided to leave their clothes on when the rapture comes. And now, these words from the front page of my website. Attention Christian Republican men. Are you looking for a Marine? Now you can bang the Bible and me. Check my website for appointment availability on JeffGannonMailHooker.com. Meet me as I am, or for less than a fistful of dollars more, I can satisfy most fetishes, including reading passages from Bill O'Reilly's latest sex novel, while dressed as a Catholic schoolgirl. If you long to feel closer to God by saying, "Oh God, that's good," let Jeff Gannon erect a steeple on your shirt.
It's 1:46, 14 till 2.
You fairy.
The Justice Department has asked the full Court of Appeals to hear the Schiavo case. Oh, brother. It wasn't enough the three-judge panel. They want the whole Circuit Court of Appeals to hear it, and bada beep, bada boop, bada. So they just won't stop with that business, you know what? They just won't leave it alone. Best pizza, Johnny G's. G's. Is that G's?
I'm going to go with G's.
Oh, I see, Johnny G's. But I don't, is that like Chuck E. Cheese and Johnny G's? Or is it G's Whiz? Maybe they use Cheese Whiz. Flamingo Road and Sheridan Street, says Dan. Johnny G's. G-E, I guess we'll spell it the way he said, right?
Okay.
I would think G''S, but he says Johnny G's, G-E-E-Z-E, as an old geese. Boy, it sounds to me like you got a mouthful of food too, mister.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm chewing gum now.
Yeah, right. Full of crap. So how is it? Pretty good?
Delicious. High Boy's eating a whole pie by himself right now.
Get out of here. If you're giving him any of the food, you will have to be kidding me, aren't you?
Hey, Kelly! I
That
didn't give
wasn't
him any.
him.
Josh did.
Is that him?
Yeah, that was him.
That was really him. Eating food.
Hi, Pally!
I want to know for real how many of those donuts you ate last week.
He says 3.
Boxes.
No, 3. Single.
No, 3 dozen.
None?
Don't lie to us. How many did you eat? It's not, at this point, it's not going to make any difference. How
0.
many? Come on.
0, he says.
Yeah. You know, the number keeps going down and down, yeah. Okay.
He says seriously, 0.
Why did Josh Cordes give that man food? You're a murderer. He's gonna plop right over. You'll probably wind up getting crushed under the weight of him. You know what? He'll probably have to suck your ass out of there with a.
Chew.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Is he actually eating pizza?
I think he's...
Please,
You can hear him in the background.
Please tell me no. Please.
You want me to send you a picture?
No, I know. I got a good memory.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah, we know that. Oh, God. I'm just moving on. Whatever. Have a good time, okay? Enjoy it, fatso. A Southwest Florida woman was sentenced to 30 days
About 30, man.
in jail for killing her. Now, let me ask you, did anybody else in the building come in there for free pizza?
Just Duff.
Well, Duff, I mean, what do you expect, you know?
Grieper came in. Schmeek.
Greep came in?
Uh-huh.
I guess he didn't hear that Boca Brian bit. Well, we're not playing it. I was going to say, no other salespeople came in, though, right?
No.
No other salespeople came in when they heard there was tons of pizza in there. Only
Hiya, Pally!
somebody who really needs it bad.
They're busy calling everybody on that list right now.
Oh, man. Wait till you hear this story. This is disgusting. A Southwest Florida woman was sentenced to 30 days in jail. This is in Naples, no less, for killing her neighbor's chihuahua with a shotgun, telling the dog's owner in court that she was scared when it attacked her, the chihuahua. Wanda Ziegler, 49, of Golden Gate, pleaded no contest Tuesday to one felony count of animal cruelty. Senior Judge Jack Schoonover agreed to withhold a formal finding of guilt of the charge. Ziegler will be allowed to serve her jail time on weekend work detail. The judge also sentenced her to 2 years probation and 6 months house arrest. Maybe she has to wear the dog collar around her ankle.
Nice.
Ziegler was arrested July 31 after admitting she shot and killed a dog, which belonged to her then neighbor. Ziegler told deputies the chihuahua repeatedly wandered into her yard. That's the American way, baby. She said in court she grabbed a shotgun and fired 2 warning shots into the air to try to scare off the dog. I was scared by the dog. It came out from behind my garbage can, said Ziegler. The dog left after the warning shots, but soon returned, Ziegler told her former neighbor in court. That's when the dog tried to attack me, she said. That's when I shot the dog. The dog's owner told Ziegler she didn't believe her. There's no way a 2-pound dog was going to scare you, she said. How do you like that? Shooting a little chihuahua. Over there in Naples, you barbarians, you lunatics, huh?
Where did those warning shots go?
They ought to give her the cube. Right. I don't want to tell you where, but that's it. That sounds like it to me. Yeah, she fired a couple of warning shots. Just a couple.
Hey, you know how scary them chihuahuas can be.
Oh, my God, 2-pound chihuahua. That thing just tear her to shreds. So now let's find out what's really going on there, okay? I mean, I'm so glad I'm not there to see it myself. Now, who's eating what? You had the pie from Brad from Tony's to start. What happened to that?
That's in the kitchen right now.
Someone's in the kitchen with Tony's, and then you had these 4 pies from Frankie's. Thanks again, Tony's and Frankie's, by the way.
Both very
for
good.
those, and what happened to those?
They're being eaten right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said 2 were half baked. Oh, that wouldn't stop Fat Boy.
No, but he's on his way to the kitchen right now.
Oh, my God. What a sight. What a thought. Meanwhile, Pizza Loft kicks ass, baby, 107. You can't touch him with a fork. Mario the Baker, 44. Casola's 40. Steve, I think I'm opening up a Godfather's. What do you think?
Go for it.
You need to have somebody who has at least a year in the food business. You know, I'll find somebody. I'll find a partner. Just like Jeff found a partner.
You're listening to Neil Rogers.
That's you.
560 QAM.
Flanking.
Absolutely.
Into the private room.
No.
Take your clothes off, she insists. I'm gonna hold you down like a tuna fish.
You fairy.
No.
Picking up a big roll of his fat. Only by the smell can you tell where it's at.
Hola.
Girls used to handle with big fat guys. She know how to make the bald men cry. That man takes to the shout and the howl. It leaves a skid mark on the towel. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That man gets
Christ! You fairy. Christ! Christ!
157 at 560 WQM. Don't forget Treasure Island this afternoon, 5 to 7. Fat Boy might have made an appearance here, but I don't think he'll be able to waddle over today.
Not no more.
No, not no mo. But Miguel will be there, and George, even though it's George's vacation, you can fill him in. All the food he missed this week. I bet he's going to be a little porky about that, you know what?
He might be.
He might be feel left out. The best pizza in Florida is that we have 744 votes. We got a lot of votes, baby. Lots of pizza to eat between now and tomorrow. Pizza Loft 107. There is nobody even close. Nobody within the ballpark. I mean, they are down the road and off to a grandma's house. Pizza Loft 107. Mario the Baker 46. Casola's Pizza 41. Steve's 36. Pizza Hut 36. Oh, boy. Papa John's 35. Pizza Time 34. DeSalvo's 33. Frankie's 32. That's good that Frankie's did really well, because otherwise they'd be bent out of shape. Oh, Josh should make sure they do really well. Anybody brings in free food for Josh, he'll make sure you get 200 votes overnight. Sure. Godfather's has got...
About 30, man.
I love Godfather's, man. I'm telling you, if I could tell you how much I love Godfather's, that is such good stuff. Cazzoli's 26, Little Caesar's 20, Antonio 18. How's Antonio doing? He's still dead? John the Baker's 16, Pizza Rustica 15, Sparrow has got 15. That's strictly for Goyam. Domino's 13, Tony's 13. That's our Tony's. Anthony's Coal Fire did 12. Miami's Best a dozen. I'll only do the double digits. Lovin' Oven 11, and the Big Cheese and Mike's tied 11 apiece. 11 a slice.
Bye, bye, bye.